Okay, so welcome to High Level Games Presents One Shots. This is going to be the first of our series of one-shot role-playing games where we're going to get a chance to play oftentimes a game that we haven't gotten to play before, or a game that we're really excited about, or in this case, full disclosure, a game that I have written a little bit for. So I am excited to get to share some of the realms of Pugmire with the folks that we have assembled to play with today. So if you could, first thing I want folks to do is to go to highlevelgames.ca and check out our website. We've got a Patreon, so if you want to become a patron and get all of the adventures and things that we create, you can go there and check us out. Or you can just follow the site on Facebook or Twitter or any of the other various social media places. We are on MeWe now, which sounds really weird to say, so I may not ever say that again. But you can hop out there and check out all of the things that High Level Games does, because we do a whole lot of stuff that if you're a gamer, you'll probably be interested in checking out. But I would like my players to introduce themselves and the character that they are going to be playing today. So I don't care who goes first, but if someone would like to jump in and tell us who you are and what your character that you're going to be playing is.
Sure. My name is David. I am the blog manager for our website that Josh referenced. And amongst other things, I am playing today Nirma von Korat of the House of Korat from the Monarchies of Mao. He's a soldier by trade who's been given, I'm certain, important assignment that will move him away from the soldiering life, but he's a large, gray, furred cat, clad in splint mail, red regal splint mail, and is not one for many words, as we'll see, but has a fierce determination about him.
Well, my name is Giovanna. I am just here for fun. Uh, I'm actually playing Princess, what is it, Yisha or Yasha?
Yosha.
Yosha, like that. And she is the princess of Pugmire, the daughter of Puggington. So I actually cast magic, it looks like, as a pug. Um, I look like a pug. They don't very look different from much of each other. But I am fawn, apparently. And I am a princess. I even have a little tiara. And this is my collar.
And I am Phil, and I'm the HLG's journalist, and I'm playing Spike Mutt. And he is a good dog, and
The goodest of dogs, I hear.
yeah, he's much bigger than most staffies, but he looks like a Staffordshire and with his fur and definitely in the head. But he just wants to be a good dog, and he's really big and buff and doesn't wear armor. So
Awesome. And I am Josh Heath. I am the COO of High Level Games, and I will be the guide for this group of good dogs and excellent cats. And we are going to be using the Pugmire rules, which are based on the 5th edition D&D rules, sort of. The creator, Eddie Webb, really took some of the best parts of the OGL Dungeons and Dragons stuff that's out there and distilled them into a fairly family-friendly but deep version of this game. And for those that are unfamiliar with Pugmire, you can go on Pugsteady, pugsteady.com, and learn more about the world. But I'm not going to do a lot of world building outside the box. I'm going to jump in and guide our wonderful players into the realms of Pugmire. So the three of you are all members of the Royal Pioneers. The Royal Pioneers are a group that is officially sanctioned by the royal family of Pugmire to go out and investigate the ruins that are throughout the countrysides of both Pugmire and the monarchies. Sometimes these ruins are connected to man, and sometimes they are connected just to older elements of the society that dogs and cats may have been a part of at one point. There are also dangerous enemies out there called the unseen that make it dangerous to go into these places. But the advantage of doing so is often the acquisition of both plastic, which is the currency in the world, and artifacts that help make life easier for dogs and cats when they acquire them. So when we begin our story today, we are going to be in a small guild house on the edges of the city of Pugmire. And you are meeting with Marcus. Just a second. I don't want to get Marcus's name wrong. Marcus is a Jack Terrier, Marcus Jack Terrier, who has given you guys a couple of tasks before in the past. And Marcus wants you to investigate something, so he's called you into his office. So I really appreciate all of you coming today. We are going to go out and look into what I believe to be a library that I think has some artifacts located underneath it. It's a few days' ride north of Pugmire, and I'd like for the three of you to dig down into it, see what's there, and recover whatever you can out of it. Seems like a fairly straightforward thing. That said, none of these things are as straightforward as they seem like they're going to be.
That's you can count on us. We are definitely down to be the people you need.
The princess does not speak for me, but I think it should be a simple enough task.
You will, of course, be paid, in a small amount of plastic, just to make sure that you're compensated for your time and energy.
That
Totally.
sounds reasonable.
Any questions, Spike, or any concerns?
Nope. I'll be a good dog.
Everybody knows that you are. I'm glad to have you with this group. You will keep them on the straight and narrow, I think.
I'll try.
Okay, so he gives you for anybody that is listening to this now or later, there is a pug that has joined the group who is making some very loud snoring noises.
Here he is.
Really adding to the atmosphere.
In every shot, there's just a sleeping pug in the background. That's all you have to imagine. It'll be right
It's pretty much my life. So
mm-hmm.
there's always a sleeping pug in the background.
Yeah.
You might want to move him. That's pretty loud right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's getting louder over here too. I'm gonna move him.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Puggle up. Mama's there. Stay down right here. Please don't roll off the bed. Good boy. Got it.
All right. So you are handed a small map with directions to this set of ruins. And you know that if you needed any sort of equipment, you were able to get it ahead of time. But each of you is using a pre-generated character. So you should have the basic equipment that you would need on your character sheet. Any questions or any other things you want to get, your character might want to get before you go off into the wilderness? Whoever. Nope. Okay. Philip, did you have anything?
No, I was I thought I saw a shovel on my character sheet, and I do have one. So
You
you
do.
got to dig. I can dig. And then she's got the pug. I've got the staffy who wants to do nothing but play. So that's what all the screen shaking is the staffy shaking the desk.
Fantastic. My dog is downstairs. He has no interest in what I'm doing in front of the computer. So,
He doesn't
anyway.
care what I'm doing.
So you guys travel through the woods, and you're on foot. There are horses in the world, but generally it's too close, something like this, so it's easier to walk out rather than worry about something like that. You make camp for the first night. And could everyone just let me know what their passive perception is?
Certainly.
Oh, well, I mean, I
11. Because that's just 10 plus wisdom modifier, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yep. So it's 11.
10 for me.
Okay.
I actually have been looking for I just found my character sheet, so give me a second. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So for those who are watching, I do want to apologize because I'm doing this on a laptop, which means I have like 2 inches of space to read, and these glasses are not
Current.
well, it's not it's not this. Okay, so now I can't.
It's okay.
There we
So
go.
I've got
Aha!
so you can have 11 passive. What would be passive perception for us? Just to
Speed things up.
have a general idea. So you guys are making camp for the night, and there's a bit of like crickets and things like that in the woods, a bullfrog. It's springtime, so not unusual to hear noises like this. And then everything stops.
Like the sounds around the
All
nature?
the sounds, everything just completely stops.
I have a cricket pinned by its little legs on a twig that I've been playing with in the fire, just kind of back and forth. And I drop it and look around, see if I can see, search out in the darkness or the brush, surrounding brush, if there's any yellowing eyes or anything that might be staring at us.
I do believe my character, as a character would do, barks into the distance, to protect my family. You heard it. You heard all of it.
Is Spike doing anything?
I'm going to kind of take a little lap around and try and sniff stuff out, see if I smell anything.
Okay. Everybody roll perception. So just D20 plus your wisdom.
Can I like add, am I allowed to add like smell magic or?
If you'd like to use smell magic, you may do so.
That would be a grand total of 3.
Okay. My little Cthulhu dice here. That's a critical success.
There we go.
I smell nothing.
Last one of the day, probably.
Too much smoke in the nose.
Giovanna, is Yosha going to use smell magic?
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time to do it.
Okay. So she does so and gets a strong whiff of just like, ooh, that is not good. Whatever that is, that's necromancy for sure. Ooh.
Oh, I just got a nose full of necromancy. And I want you to know it's not a good necromancy.
And Nirma sees a figure shambling through the woods towards the group.
I will first point and draw everyone's attentions to it, and then draw my scimitars akimbo, if you will.
Okay. If everyone could roll initiative for us.
Certainly.
It's a D20 plus your initiative.
Oh, wow. I have a +0.
Yosha is very quick on her feet.
I bet.
As are all pugs.
Have you met a pug? Oh, hey, 17.
There
Oh,
you
you
go.
beat me. I'm at 15.
5-0?
No,
One
1-5.
Yeah. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, out of 20? That's great.
You both beat me. I'm at 14.
Okay, there we go. All right, so Yosha will get to go first. What would you like to have her do?
Since we're rolling for initiative, I guess I will roll my magic elemental. It is nighttime, right?
Yes, elemental ray. Is that what you're using?
Yes, the artisan basic elemental ray.
Yep. What element are you going to
Fire.
be using? Fire. Okay.
I figured fire would probably be the best. That way we could at least see things. So yeah, because water seems like a silly. No way. That a 19.
There you go.
19 plus. Well, that's a hit.
That's definitely going to hit.
Either
So
way.
roll a d8 of
1d8
damage.
damage. Yeah, looks like that's a 10. I usually don't roll bad, but I don't roll as well as I'm doing today. And now that I've said it out loud.
Never say anything like that.
So I just rolled a 6. 1d8 damage of, yes, a 6 on said mystery necromancy.
Fantastic.
All right.
Okay, so Spike is next. Philip.
I'm gonna try and run up and hit it, and because I'm gonna have to get up and step outside for just a moment, I went ahead and rolled. It's a 10 to hit.
Okay, you miss, but at least Spike gets up and close to it. So when you return, I'll describe to you what you see.
All right, cool. I will be back in just a moment.
Sounds good. David, it is Nirma's turn.
All right. I have 2 weapon fighting style. Does that allow me to make the 2 attacks with the bonus action? I'll add the 5th edition.
Believe it does. Yes, it does
Okay.
exactly the same thing.
2 scimitars. Cool. All right. So first one is a 16.
Okay, that hits.
All right, and I'll do damage for that. Oh, another one. So 4 damage.
4 damage total.
Yep.
So, David, as Nirma gets up close to this thing, you see that it used to be a badger.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh.
I won't describe it in depth, but it is in a late stage of decomposition with bones sticking out. So it's
But
certainly
it was necromancy.
yes.
Yeah, it's a zombie
Now it's
badger.
all over it.
Something has returned this poor badger from unlife to life.
All right.
Badger mushroom.
I am unmoved and steel myself and will swing with my other scimitar here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Even if we're shooing the bonus, it's going to be over a 20.
Okay.
So, and damage. All right, a little bit of that time, 6 damage.
So 10 total.
And total.
Okay. So
It's still active. It's still
it is still up for right now.
Yep.
Okay.
For a few more moments at least. And it swings at
Pug.
No, at David. It's going to go right for Nirma.
Yes.
And 1 point of damage.
Okay.
As it kind of scratches through just the right spot in the armor that Nirma has on.
All right.
Oh no.
Nothing. Finish it.
And it is Yosha's turn.
Okay. I am actually I don't know how many times I can use any of my spells.
I believe that most of let's go over that real quick, and that way the folks at home can learn as well. Because I believe that you are allowed to use them a lot of times. 100. So page 100 is when magic starts in the Pugmire book, and you get This is one of those things that it's like, you as the guide should know this ahead of time. And Josh always forgets. You have 2 spell slots per level.
Actually,
Plus,
I have 3 on my character sheet that I didn't look at all the way. I am playing this for the first time. I just want to tell everyone out there.
we are
And-
all learning this together. I've played it a little bit, but I've never used the rules particularly strictly. And you always forget things. So bear with us, folks at home.
I'm returned.
We noticed.
Welcome back, Philip. Okay, so what's Yosha doing? Are you going to have her use another spell?
Can I roll to engage?
You can if you would like to, yes.
I think I will. I have light armor, puppy dog, good breeding. What the? Oh, those are tricks.
She's a princess. It helps her interact with other nobles and things like that.
Yes. All right. So I'm just gonna use my, what is this? I have simple weapon aptitude. So I don't know. I guess my weapon today of choice.
Which you have a dagger, which is what her simple weapon is. So you could
All right.
run up with your dagger and stab it in the head.
I can do that. I will try and stab it in the head because that is how you stop the necromancy, right?
Yes.
Say yes. Oh boy. That is a 4 plus probably nothing. I don't think I hit it.
No, so you do get your proficiency bonus, which is +2, but
Uh-huh.
you definitely don't hit it.
You sure? I think
Uh,
4 plus 2 is definitely 12 at least.
6. No.
I'm no math.
However, so Spike sees this creature as he runs up to it. It is a former badger, and I'm going to leave the description fairly vague, but it is a zombie badger. And it is Spike's action, Philip, if you would like
Okay.
to
I'm gonna
proceed.
I'm gonna hit it.
Right.
Badger.
If my dice, I'm gonna re-roll that because that fell all over my keyboard and stuff.
All right, we'll allow it.
It's a worse. It improved by 1, so it'll
Right.
be a
Ooh.
15.
Well, you hit.
All right.
All right, and then I rolled a 2 on 2 plus strength would be a 5 for damage.
Okay. So with that, you strike through the former badger and it drops to the ground, no longer moving. I won't say it's dead, but it is no longer moving.
Oh no. We've unanimated the poor creature.
And without a word, I start to finish it through decapitation, if possible.
Okay. You can make sure that it does not get up again, which makes
All
sense.
right. Okay.
Oh, the
We,
poor creature.
No, we have to deal with this sometimes in the monarchies. Think nothing of it.
That doesn't sound
Can't
very
believe-
good.
Just keep the head and the body separated. And I kick the head into the brush.
Well, I just can't believe we had to be responsible for the unanimation of this creature. It's not its fault. Excuse me.
Just cock an eyebrow at this display.
Well, we have to find out at least where this has come from, I would say. Is there, can I like roll for perception to see if, I don't know if that would be perception or my smell magic to see where the magic has come from?
If you would like, you can do a mixture of both. I would definitely say roll wisdom, which is the perception skill, to see if you can track its tracks, and then use some smell magic as like a supplementary like pathway, basically.
All right, here we go. I'm just gonna roll a d20 because that's what I think I gotta do.
Roll it. Yep.
All right, that's a 10 plus
1.
11. I can do math.
So, go ahead.
Does that get me anything that I need?
I think someone else was going to say something, or maybe I'm making things up. Did I hear someone?
No, I was gonna make a joke about her math skills.
Okay, so moving on from that, you start. Ryosha starts kind of looking through the leaves and trying to find the path, and she gets about 20, 30 feet, and then loses track of the footprints that the creature made.
I mean, are my companions following me?
I'm assuming so.
Yes.
I mean,
Casually.
look, I am your princess. I hope you guys will follow me. It's like,
Not-
You are
Not
my
mine.
princess. You are not his princess.
No.
The
nah,
cat
she's fine.
begs to differ.
Just let her go. She likes to be independent.
Are
Um,
either Norma or Spike trying to help pick up the trail?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Do what we can.
Yeah.
Clear away some of the brush so we can see.
No.
no,
I
I'm
rolled
not
a
helping.
3.
Oh, it's not meant to be. I rolled a 2.
All right.
I rolled a natural 2, so yeah.
Yeah.
The group's
Oh.
perceptive ability is very low.
It's very dark
It's
tonight.
okay. You're a good boy.
I keep
And-
looking back at the cricket on the stick, and I'm like, I want to go back to that.
All right. So you lose the trail fairly quickly.
Oh.
And it doesn't seem like it's something you're going to be able to figure out where it came from, at least not at night. So it might be a good idea to camp out, get a long rest in, and then start afresh in the morning.
I do think that you guys, we should go back to our camp, get some shut-eye, beauty rest, of course, and then we'll start this in the morning, and we will find out where that poor creature came from. It is entirely too dark, and quite frankly, my paws are getting wet in all of this brush. I don't think so.
Yes, we'll keep watch tonight just in case, but in shifts we should still get a good night's sleep.
I guess I'll take the last shift. Good night.
I'll take first, and I go back to
Okay.
my cricket stick.
I'm going to go to sleep.
All right. So everyone gets enough sleep. It's a fairly restless night, particularly with the zombie. It's kind of unsettling, but not enough to ruin your sleep. So you all get a good night's rest. And waking up in the morning, the sun shining down over you, and with it, just some odd smells coming from the woods. Just a mix of like mud and just unfamiliar sorts of scents, difficult to describe.
Well, I am a pampered pooch. I do not do mud. Mud.
I suppose I could have a look while I hunt for breakfast.
The cricket wasn't enough.
Not hardly. I get a little wistful look in my eyes. I remember the good times. The old cricket.
Okay. So Nirma's going to go and try to hunt for something for breakfast instead of...
Yeah, kind of move in the direction of the scent if possible while simultaneously looking for game.
Well, Merva, I would hope that you would hunt enough for everyone to share, and I will start making a fire.
Yes, I will.
Well, I'll
Good
start
wood.
by making the fire bigger, because I assume there's one all night.
I'm assuming so. It would be a little odd not to have made one. So, is Spike doing anything in particular?
I would probably try and hang along with Irma, but I figure that I would probably get shooed away for being loud and clumsy.
Fair.
It's definitely staff.
Not that clumsy, but
David, could you roll a dexterity check and then a
Sure.
wisdom check for me?
Sure thing. Ooh, Dex not so good. I have Traverse as a skill. I don't know if that's going to help me at all.
I
But
want to double check that. I don't think
Sure.
that, Because there
Do
is
you
a
have it?
survival.
I also have survive.
Okay, because that would help you here.
Okay, but the dex, I have +1 modifier. If I get my proficiency, then I'm still only at a 7 total for my dexterity.
Okay, so you're not very stealthy, so you
No.
definitely don't find any game.
No.
But okay, so traverse is actually about like balancing and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Except there's
And then the
balance,
wisdom as well. You said sense,
Yes.
perception type thing. Okay.
correct, which you can use survive with. That's
Well,
a-
even worse. maybe maybe the mutt should help out. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be only a 4. So
Let's at least have Spike roll just to
Please.
see if there's any chance.
That would be a 16, and I have
Okay.
survive.
Okay.
So I don't know how much that boosted up by. 2, I guess.
2.
Yeah.
So that'd be a 19
Okay. There you go.
or 18. Excuse me.
So as Nirma is making tons of noise through the woods, Spike catches the scent and
Yeah.
tracks from the zombie from the night previous. And you can see that there's an additional set of tracks that seem to have come up to it and drug the parts of the body away.
Oh no!
A
Ew.
very obvious trail. It was only a DC 10, but
Where?
no one was getting it, so
Mhm.
it was hard
This
to
is
see.
not good.
Well, it was dark. Thank you. All right. How long have they been gone away? Am I concerned about them? I guess would be.
You mean Nirma and Spike? How long have they been
Yes.
gone? Probably about 25, 30 minutes. Not terribly long,
But
particularly.
I'm a
since-
pug. Yeah, that's long.
True, that's forever.
It's like,
They've been
hello,
gone forever.
you went to check the mail? I missed you so much. So yeah, I guess I'll come looking for them. Of course, concerned about my friends. How long you've been gone for so long? Can I sniff them out relatively easy?
Yeah.
Yes, and I do find them. Anything? Anybody want to tell me?
Spike seems to have located something and start walking over towards the trail.
Oh, I think it's time. Well,
So Spike, Philip, is Spike going to describe what he sees to the other two?
I am. I was like, there's a not good smell where the body was, and looks like something got dragged away. It went that way.
well, it is our duty to follow this trail and to see where it's gone and to see where this poor creature has been taken to. We weren't even able to bury it, the poor thing.
So how does everyone feel right now? How is Nirma feeling with all of this, David?
Yeah, so the undead are something that the monarchies deal with a bit more directly but Norma's never had any part of that, kind of somewhat distasteful, and so putting this to rest bodes was going to make him feel better and also bode well for the monarchies to make sure it's not some rogue cat sorcerer.
And Giovanna, how does Yosha feel right now? What is she thinking about and what is she feeling?
Yosha feels actually feels bad for this creature and wants to find justice for the necromancy, because I assume necromancy in this world too is just incredibly, what's the word I'm looking for?
Not
Frowned
good.
upon.
Yeah, it definitely it's not something people kind of go out of their way to do. It's a little bit more common in the monarchies, but definitely in Pugmire, it's particularly a bit forbidden and sort of diabolical.
Okay. And I know Yzma, Yosha, what is her name? The cat.
Oh, Nirma.
Nirma.
Nirma. I know Nirma pretty well, right? I wouldn't.
I think the idea is that we've been on a couple of missions together before, at least.
Mhm.
Okay. So no. Yeah, my character is simply upset about the whole situation and wants to find justice for this poor soul that has been drug from its peaceful rest.
Mhm. And how is Spike feeling about all of this?
Spike does. He knows it's not good, and he's not particularly happy about the not good of it.
That is perfect Spike thinking.
Not good. All of the
Yeah.
knots and not goods.
Very not good. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I know
No.
good, and that is not.
That is not good.
So the three of you start following this trail. And it's like I was describing before, it's fairly obvious once you find it how to keep track of it. The footprints and just the drag marks through the mud go on for quite a while.
Can we tell what type of creature the footprints are? Are they boots, or I guess I don't know what the little
Yeah,
dogs or cats wear nowadays?
it's difficult to say. It could be a dog. A lot of dogs wear boots. Not every dog does. It could be a cat, but the the prints aren't particularly deep, but they do. They seem to be shuffling their feet, whatever it is that is dragging the body of the zombie away. So it's hard to say.
Okay, okay.
The interesting thing, though, that you note is that the dragging is going in the exact same direction of the library that you were supposed to investigate is, which as you start like comparing the map to the drag marks, it's almost like it's going directly to there.
I guess since I'm the books here, I would notice that before everyone else,
Sure,
as
sounds
far
right.
as the map, and I will alarm my companions. You guys, I'm telling you, this has got to be fate. We are heading exactly toward the library, so we could kill two birds with one stone, per se, with one ball.
As long as we're killing birds, I think we'll be in good shape.
We will find who did this, and we will bring them to justice, and we'll get done our mission at the same time. What do you guys say to that?
You know, Nirma, sometimes I'm not sure you're that good.
That's okay with me.
Now, this is our friend, and you really should be nice to her. Spike.
Okay. That's fair. Just try and be good.
All right, Spike.
Want you to be a good cat.
I will do well. At least.
Will
Sounds
we?
good to me. That sounds like good to me.
Oh, good.
All right.
Oh,
So you guys, start following the trail and heading toward the library, and you get just past midday, and you've been following this trail and kind of keeping an eye out for any other tracks or anything like that. And occasionally, you've noticed what seemed to be like maybe another set of footprints here and there, but again, very unclear, very hard to decide if those were those footprints. Did maybe they just take the step to the side? It's weird. There definitely seems to be a lot of extra movement around this just like body slide, and they're moving very quickly. Like you
Okay.
think looking at this you should have caught them by now, but they seem to be perpetually significantly ahead of you.
okay. Does it look like can we tell that they can tell that we're following them?
I don't think so. That's not particularly clear, no.
Okay.
So you get probably just after midday. You take a short break, eat some food, and then you come out of a clearing in the woods to what looks like just a series of moss-covered stones at first. But as you get closer, you can see that the stones behind that seem to rise up, and you can see the shapes of ancient buildings or like an ancient building underneath the moss. And there are a few still with glass in a couple of them windows, but there's just this thick green moss over all of the stones of the buildings in front of you. And the tracks, the trail of the body and the feet is completely gone at this point.
Oh. Oh, goodness. I think it's time that we sniff around. You guys want to not split up, just search a wider range of where, because we've lost the track, right? Yeah. So I would definitely sniff around for that. Goodness gracious. I'm doing a lot of sniffing.
Moss-covered stone.
What's that about the stone?
You said there was a moss-covered. Was it stonework or stone? I'm sorry.
It's stonework. So there's like a lump in front of you that just looks like boulders with moss over them. But when you kind of get closer to them, you see that there's a building beyond that, and that the rocks next to you are actually old, like maybe wall rocks or something like that. It used to be part of the structure, whatever it is.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So
you guys want to investigate that building? It'll be fun.
Yeah, so something strange about it, but...
Well, I bet I can find some pretty cool artifacts for, my library. Or my collection. Maybe some books.
Okay, so I'll start investigating around the stones and getting closer to the building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're rolling?
Yes.
Okay.
I am rolling for my investigate, maybe, because there's got to be some sort of a proficiency on that.
You've got notice as a proficiency, so you actually should be getting a +3 to your rolls for kind of seeing anything, noticing things, and stuff like that.
All right. I will use that then, because that's good for me. Not a 20, but a 2. There was a shiny thing. I'm gonna run after that and bark. Bark.
Draw a scimitar and rush over. What is it?
It was shiny. I don't actually
grumble. Sheath blade, walk away, stomping.
As Nirma walks away, they smack slightly into Spike. And Spike and Nirma both kind of turn at the same time and see a door in the stones that were like you're now on the opposite side of the stones, and you see a very clear doorway in the stones.
I think we should go this way.
Bark.
I'm going to try and open the doors.
Okay.
Everybody get up and on the floor.
All right. So Spike just goes and opens the door. Okay.
Just open.
And the door very noisily opens.
I guess I hear that, Yosha.
Yes, everybody hears that at this point.
Oh, well, I mean, I was distracted with the shiny.
True. At this point, everybody is looking toward the doorway, though. That noise and everything got everybody's attention. And you see that it opens up into a hallway, but it's very difficult to see inside.
I'm going to light a torch.
Okay.
You have a torch?
I have torches.
Yeah.
What a
I'm
good
not
dog.
dumb. Like, I
What
have
a good dog.
torches.
What a
Gotta be able to
good
see.
dog.
Yeah, I'm a good dog.
Is it weird that I would scratch him behind his ear? Like,
If I don't
Did I
think
consider
you
flirting?
can't. I'm like twice your height.
Right.
all
I don't
right,
think
well,
you
I'm
can
gonna give him a butt scratch. Everyone loves a butt scratch.
All right, fair enough. I imagine that is not culturally inappropriate in Pugmire. I know it could be, but it probably isn't.
only with close friends.
Right.
Probably with cats would be weird too. Cats would no, what the
Whoa! Anyway,
I will light a torch as well, and we'll bring up the rear, as it were.
Okay.
So
you all step into this hallway, and it's damp and dark. And immediately, you all see that there are muddy footprints, and several of them going both left and right into this passageway. Left goes down a set of stairs, and right seems to go straight for a period of time and then curve toward the other building structures that you'd seen. But the way everything is set up, it looks like it might go underground a little bit as well.
I'm betting this building goes underground. I think it's best that we go down.
I would hesitate to go down before we cleared this level first.
But weren't
Right.
we supposed to dig? And if we go further down, we don't have to dig as much.
Seems right. Seems totally the logic. Unbeatable.
I'm a smart dog too.
Such a good dog.
See, I opened the doors and got us here, and I figured out the quickest way down. It's to not dig.
That's right. Turn down for what? For not digging. That's right.
But I'll do whatever.
We will definitely go down, Spike, but I feel as if we should clear these rooms first, so they aren't hiding and then will escape past us.
They? Who's hiding?
Whatever our quarry. The thing we are following.
Well, I'm sure this is just a big misunderstanding, and we're going to talk to them, and I don't know, maybe they'll come back with us and apologize. Okay?
I don't know. They didn't seem good, so.
I just
It's
have a few
okay.
seconds of
Everyone
horror
can become
flashbacks.
good. Everyone can become good.
I shake my head sadly.
Cats just don't get it.
I don't think they do.
I'm too busy brooding.
So, which direction are you going in?
I think we're gonna try and clear this out. That sounds like a good option.
Okay. So you guys go down the hallway and follow the curving hall, and you feel you notice that the ceiling comes down a little bit. It gets a little more cramped, probably because so much earth has grown up and over the building that it shifted it down a little bit. But the structure is barely holding together. And there are a few points in the ceiling that, like, vines and roots are sticking through, and that also seems to be helping keep it together. But it just creates this weird, cramped, almost claustrophobic feeling in here, particularly for Spike, who's struggling to stay stood up straight.
Oh wait, do we stand upright?
Yes.
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 Yeah, I guess our clothing are kind of like for upright.
We have hands and thumbs too.
True.
Actually, I am gonna be a dog. Can I actually roll some sort of I guess dexterity to be able to jump up and grab a stick? Like, because they're sticks. You said they were roots, right?
Yes, but these type they are not like freestanding sticks. And Yosha would be able to tell that really quickly, but she wouldn't be able to grab one of these and break one of them off.
Okay. Wait, but Spike could.
Spike could.
If he pulls on the roots too hard, it might bring the entire thing down on us.
That doesn't sound good, Yosha.
But I want a stick.
I'll get you a stick when we get back outside. We'll throw
It's so
some
bad
sticks.
here. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You guys make it through this cramped corridor, and you get to the other side. You see that the building opens up into a large, no better way of describing it than like a temple or a church space. There are broken pews scattered throughout, and in the center is a circle carved in the stone, and you can see that it once held candles and potentially like water or some sort of liquid that would have gone through the circle. And the rest of the room is kind of obscured in shadows.
And the torch isn't providing any kind of.
The room is too big to see the other side with the torches.
Well, I say we investigate a little.
Okay. So just so I have a general idea of how you're crossing the room, there is like a raised area that you're standing on right now that you can continue straight, or you can go right, or you can go down into the like church space. Which way are you going?
Oh wait, are we on the obelisk?
You're not on like an altar space. There's like the hallway going into the room is slightly raised up from the rest of the room.
Oh, okay.
So you can go, like I said, kind of straight and continue on the slightly raised part, or right. Again, it's slightly raised up from the rest of the room, but you can't see the other side, so you're not quite sure what's there. Or you could go down into the main seating area.
Well, what do you think that we should do, you guys? We could go either way. That's really great, don't you think? We have the choice of going either way. You know what? I'm fine either way.
You have a better scent of it. I'll follow you.
Oh well. I guess we should sniff around a bit. Do I have to roll a sniff? Or I guess smell magic?
If you don't have to roll to smell magic, no.
Okay, do I smell magic coming from in here?
Okay. So, and the overwhelming like sense of necromantic magic just pours like overwhelming over you, as well as the residual scent of other magics used in this space.
This place is cursed. Goodness. I think we're in the right spot. Is there anyone here who wants to confess to crimes against Pugmire? Anyone? Anyone? I don't think anyone's going to answer.
Does
Spike?
that usually work, Princess? Just curious.
We can give everyone a chance to be a good.
All right. Well, if your conscience is clear, I believe we should press forward and hunt down these fiends.
Hunt down. Goodness. These are.
I wiggled my butt a little bit. About to pounce on something. Very excited. Just a little bit.
Okay. So, I do have to know. So, depending on how I'm going to ambush you, which direction
Which
you're
way
going
we
to
are.
go.
Thanks for letting us know.
Ambush.
I mean,
Well,
which direction are you going?
Spike, you are in front. You are leading the pack. So
Of course, yeah, we would
if you'd
never.
like to pick our direction, it makes no difference to me.
I feel like we're
go-
in a triangle. Spike would be at front, and us two would be in the back.
Sure.
I'm going to go straight ahead.
Okay, so you're going to go straight ahead across the kind of raised walkway that you're on.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you, as you're like passing across to the other side of the church, you see a like glint of light from one of the windows,
Shiny.
which immediately catches Yosha's attention. And at that note, Spike is smacked in the chest by a big stick, by like a club,
Stick.
and takes 2 points of damage from the club.
Oh no, Spike! That's it. I unsheath my little
Okay.
my little bitty dagger. I'm like, that's it. You done goofed.
Everybody needs to roll initiative as you see a large badger. This one seems to be
A bigger badger?
living.
Badger. Mushroom.
But it is also dark, so it's a little difficult to tell if the glowing green eyes he has are from the torch reflection or from necromancy.
13.
4.
What's that, 4?
4.
Okay.
I
You
do
need to
you
work on
one
that, man.
worse. 3.
Okay, so Spike gets to act first.
I'm gonna hit it.
Stick. Get the stick.
That would be a. So, it's strength and proficiency, right?
Correct.
So that would be a 13.
Okay. So you hit.
And that would be 7 damage.
Ooh. And what are you hitting with again?
The longsword.
Okay. So as you strike him, you cleave one of his arms off, and it falls without blood.
Uh-oh.
It's the first indication that, sadly, this is not a living badger.
This is not good.
And it again attacks. Well, just one arm. And take 4 damage from the club.
Hey. We be clubbing, right? Right? Am I right?
Yes.
This hurts.
And let me just grab this real quick.
Are my stamina points my HP?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
oh
Yeah.
Yeah, we're level 1.
Yes. Very much level 1.
Oh my. Let's not get hit. What is an average speed? Curious.
30 typically.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's not too bad then.
And so your speed is there, speed 30, 40. 40
Yes.
is if you go on 4 legs. You can run a little bit faster.
So we do. We just kind of revert back to.
Yes.
Forever.
You know what I really need to do? I need to be fast. Let me get down on and do it the old
do this
school
right.
style. So as you're all standing there, a few arrow shots from somewhere in the dark slam into the walls next to you. And
Not good. Not good.
David, it is Nirma's turn.
We need to find a better position. And I'll try and force my way to the front to get a couple stabs on the bad thing so we can push past it.
Okay. Your allies can let you move through their space without any problem. So,
all right. So I'll swing twice, try and finish it off. Let's roll both my dice at the same time here. All right. So one is faux show. I've got over a 20, but no natural. And the other one is going to be a 15.
Yep, both hit.
Okay. So strength bonus. All right. So 8 and 4, so 12 grand total from the 2 swings.
Okay. So you knock the creature down and remove its head just for good measure. And it goes down. And at this point, when you take it down, you step behind. There was this pillar that it was next to. So both you and Spike are behind the pillar at this point. Yosha is the only one exposed. And it is your turn, Giovanna. What is Yosha doing?
Honestly, I don't know what's stopping me from running.
Nothing. You could run if you'd like.
I don't think I will. My friends are in danger. I do think that it is time for me to use some magic stuff. But what?
The
I guess I
problem
will use my elemental ray.
against who, though? The problem is you don't know where the arrows came from. You can have a general guess, but it would be kind of a blind shot.
Yeah, you're right. Hmm. Actually, I think I might run behind Spike because that's what a little pug would do.
Okay.
Take cover behind that wall of meat.
Right? Get behind the bigger dog.
Yeah,
Well,
sounds about right.
Okay.
Can I also bark? Actually, do I have can I use is persuade like intimidate of some sort?
You could. What are you going to do with it? You're going
I'm
to try
just
to
gonna bark.
Um,
That'll do it.
So it's not intimidate. It's more like diplomacy. So you can roll it without having proficiency, which would just be your charisma, which you do have a +3 to charisma. So if you'd like to do that, so you bark angrily at them. So roll a d20 +3.
All right, I can do that.
Please.
That'll be 17.
Wow. It's a good thing these things are terrified of small dogs.
Small but vicious.
Yes.
Right.
I've personally only been bit by small dogs, so I
Right.
understand their fear. So Yosha barks into the darkness, and you hear some scurrying away.
Okay, so I know where they're coming from now.
You have a general idea.
Okay.
Not much more than you had before, but you know that whoever or whatever they are is across from you in the church.
Okay, and they start to scurry away.
Correct.
I just
That's
call
not-
to them. You get back here.
What's Spike doing?
Spike is going to try and look for the best path to get to safety.
What does Spike consider safety?
Not quite so open where if somebody comes at him, he can hit somebody. They have to come to him to hit them, so he can hit them.
You are in the safest place you can be that you
Okay.
can see in this church right now.
Okay. Well then, at the moment, I'm just gonna wait for somebody to make a decision because I don't know what to do.
Okay, that makes sense. David, what is Nirma gonna do?
So I'm going to do a little peek around the pillar to make sure that we're not being shot at. And after a few moments, it seems like they've scurried away, but after a few moments of not being under arrow fire, I'll do some like old army hand signals that will not, and then I realize it's not going to work, and I just say this way, and I'll try and lead them, in the direction we were going previously to get around.
Got it. Anyone not following Nirma?
No, I am almost part of Nirma's tail.
Got it. Following very closely behind each other. You get to the other side of the church. It's enough of a distance that it takes a turn or two to get there. And when you get to this side, you can see that this part of the church, the reason why it was a little bit difficult to see anything is because a good portion of it is collapsed in, and it's created some extra like shadowiness over it. But there's this one window that is like a quarter of it still has glass, and that was where the light came from that you saw before. And there is a set of stairs that go down here, but there's no sign of any other people of any sort that you can see.
Okay. Well, that's good. So I think we've cleared this room. And there's like any perception rolls that we need to do?
Nope.
Check for traps. Can I check for traps?
Yes. Roll notice for us.
No, it is. Is that a +3?
It is, yes.
Yes. Would you believe? No, don't believe it. It is 8.
Mhm.
So no, you notice nothing out of the ordinary or dangerous.
I'm not
Hmm.
using that die anymore.
Just
Well,
gonna say, time to replace the d20s.
Right.
yeah, what is? It's so pretty and shiny. It reminds me of a dragon. It's so
It's a
beautiful.
very nice d20, but it doesn't like you. So
It's nice, but it's not good. There's a
right.
difference.
All right. So
So-
once you've looked around a little bit, what are you gonna do?
I think we should go down the stairs.
Who's leading?
Definitely, Nirma. Definitely Nirma.
Sure. I can take point.
So Nirma's leading down this set of winding stairs. Like they're a spiral staircase, and it's very, very tight. Spike has to almost double down, like
Yeah.
in half, to get down the stairs. Which is good that he's going last, because hopefully everybody else has their arms and tails free for any actions.
Oh, I have my dagger out. I'm just like holding the dagger, like
Oh yeah.
I'm ready. So you get
I'm
down
not afraid at all.
you get down to the bottom of these stairs, and there is a door that is very old and looks like there's rust all over the this is when Josh's words don't work. Hinges. The hinges are all rusted. The doorknob is rusted. It doesn't look like it's been used in a long, long time. And there's even like dirt and crud underneath where the door, if this door had just been opened, it would have been swept away, but it's all still there.
Can I knock on the door?
You can.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. Oh,
Somewhat reassuring to know that this is not a stealth mission.
I should not have knocked because I forgot my dog was going to freak out because he thinks
I
I'm
can't
dead.
hear. I can't hear your dog. So
Yeah, he's now freaking out in the background. Anyway, so Yosha knocks on the door. What did you say, David? Sorry.
I was just saying, it's a good thing this is, it's kind of reassuring to know this is not a stealth mission. Because that's not
You've got
happening.
2 of the least stealthy of the characters that I've seen.
ever.
Okay, so
Close to ever.
no one responds to the door knocking.
Mhm.
I think they're asleep.
We just need to knock harder. I'm going to try and bash the door open.
Okay, so this is a door that opens out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have brute strength, so
True.
give that the old college try. So that's a proficiency to strength rolls for moving stuff. Okay,
Correct.
all right, 16.
Okay. So Nirma body smashes into the door, and
Is it leopard?
there's a bit of a like crack, but it does not break.
Mm.
Let me try.
Yeah, well, just remember that I got it started for you. Back up.
And I have
Definitely.
advantage to this, correct?
It's all about teamwork.
What's that?
I have advantage because I have brute strength, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's advantage.
I wonder why the pug doesn't have brute strength.
I wonder.
That would be a 16 also.
Okay. Same kind of like smack into it. You hear a very audible crack, but it doesn't quite break through.
Can I try to open the door?
So Spike runs into it and then kind of looks down and grabs the doorknob and like slides it open. And there's a loud like scrape as you're just like scraping the door along the dirt that is like built up underneath it. And
Definitely shakes.
kind of poke your head into the darkness with the torch. And you can tell that this, like, there are roots above you. And this is a clear, like, root cellar of some sort. Or other type of thing that you might find underneath a church in the dirt.
Oh, okay. And can we see across the whole room?
You cannot. Even with the torch, you can only see like a few feet because there's another door, like a metal door.
Totally metal. What do you want to do?
All right. So, who is everybody going into this small room?
I am.
Okay. Again, Spike, you're having to like scoot down a little bit. Like you can stand up a little bit better than you did in the stairway, but you
Can I-
still like very like crouched over.
Should I just look to Spike and be like, you should just get on all fours? It probably would be a lot easier.
But
Just
what if I have to hit something?
okay. Fair point. Fair.
Okay.
But
Is anyone going to try to open this metal door?
I will.
Okay. Spike reaches for it, and this is not the same type of doors that you've been dealing with. The other doors have had like this, what we would envision as a standard doorknob. This has a metal latch that you have to pull up and over to open, and it's big. You have to use both your paws to grab it and move it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Roll your strength, please.
Brute strength again?
It will count in this case, yes. So you have advantage.
Good thing, because it's still not good. It's believe it or not, it's a 16.
Okay, that's enough, but it clearly like takes a feat of strength to push and pull this over. And there's a loud thunk that happens as you release the handle, and the door swings just a hair's breadth out, and the smell that comes out is a mix of dust and dirt and not good smells.
uh-oh, he said it. Hashtag not good.
Hashtag not good.
Do we go ew?
Yeah, I'll just torch for first. We'll head in.
Okay. So Nirma, I'm sure like kicks the door open with she. I don't know if we've determined that.
Nirma is a dude, a man dude, but doesn't seem bothered by the mistakes, with the misgendering, because Nirma has the A and it happens sometimes. So.
Okay.
And it's a cat. I feel like cats more. Cats don't care.
So Nirma like kicks open the door with his foot and pokes the torch in, and you see just rows of wooden shelves, and it's very
Books?
tight. No, and there are white wrappings covering the objects that are on top of these shelves, these wooden shelves, and they're about 4 to 7 feet in length. The majority of these white wrapped figures, and it's clear that you're walking into a crypt at this moment.
Lay gasp.
I think we found the storehouse.
The store. What are they storing?
Bodies.
Bodies.
Put my
of...
sunglasses on. Yeah.
Well.
And
I pull off one of the sheets dramatically and reveal a corpse, I assume.
So you grab one of the shrouds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you pull, and it kind of like the whole body starts to roll.
Does it stick to the?
Yeah.
So it's all wrapped around.
Yeah, and if you pull quickly and hard, the whole thing just kind of like falls down onto you and onto the ground. It is not a pleasant smell or consistency. I will leave it at that. And all over there.
I was trying to roll it back up. Oh, never mind.
Just so you know, I am like sobbing. Little Yosha is like,
Sorry, I didn't realize it was a 360-degree wrap. My bad. Roll.
So Nirma puts the body back.
Yes.
It's fine.
It-
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay.
So yeah, at this stage, are you going to continue into the crypt, or are you?
Actually, I think that Yosha runs out, like just crying, like no.
Mm. I give Spike a worried look. I don't know if it's received well, but if it is, I'll just kind of nudge my head towards the princess's flight direction.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, go
Okay.
try and
What did you do to the girl?
try.
So
Try and-
everybody moves out of the crypt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. All of the nopes.
So you all move.
I'm gonna turn to Nirma and say, should we do the head thing?
Huh?
You keep cutting the-
Yes, I'll take care of that. You help out our princess, the companion.
It's okay, princess.
How many bodies do I have to decapitate?
Um,
Does it look like a Herculean task, or
it would take you a significant portion of time.
okay?
However, the quick thing I can tell you, just so we can cover this, is that these are not new bodies.
Okay.
So
There's no danger of.
them being zombies, no. Of being skeletons,
Oh dear.
maybe.
So yeah, decapitation not gonna help there.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll just
You'll
I'll
fake
leave.
it.
Yeah.
You'll pretend like you did it, and then be like, "Yeah, this is fine."
Yeah, got him.
Yeah.
All right.
So you guys, now that we've traumatized anyone that listens to this later, there will be some content warnings, I guess. Unintended.
Oh,
Right.
by the way, I checked in. We are up and live, so
Okay.
Okay, good.
We haven't had any viewers.
Okay.
So that's good. to
yeah.
know,
So it
at
is
least.
whoever's watching this later.
Yes.
All right.
Best live stream ever.
Right. Unintended horror. Anyway, so you move out of the crypt. Sorry, every game I run is horror. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, run a light fantasy game. No,
There you go.
horror. It has to happen. Okay. You move out of this area after everything has been taken care of, and you are standing at the bottom of those spiral stairs. I assume that you might want to talk through this a little bit as your characters.
Maybe we should just go to the library because I don't want to do this anymore. It's okay. I feel like I forgive whoever did that necromancy. Like I just don't want to be. I don't want to be here anymore.
but we still have to be good. We still have to do this.
Okay, it's good to
And I'll
forgive.
help you be good. We can do it, but we have to obey our master.
Oh wait, did we determine who the master is?
We have an orders. We gotta obey our orders. That's how we be good. That's how we're good dogs. That's how we be good dogs. I'm going with that.
We'd be good.
That's, if
Well,
you,
our initial thing here was to go to the library, and I think we should leave and go to the library. Is what Master said. It's good.
That's fine.
Okay. So you all
Try to leave. I'm sorry. Well,
you all go back up the stairs. Who's in the front again? Is Nirma still leading?
Sure.
yeah, because I don't feel so good right now.
Fair enough. You all get up to the stairs and you start making your way out of the church. And as you're about to walk out the door that you came in to this whole thing, you hear a mix of sounds coming down from the stairway you didn't go down when you first entered. It's I'm going to just try and mimic the sounds, but they all happen nearly at the same time.
Lesser bees?
there is a doggy in trouble down there. We have to go save him.
All right.
She said-
I'll
she-
push forward. Yeah.
Actually, I can. So you said that my Very sorry. You said that. Goodness, what was the word I was looking for? I had an ability to. Well, it wasn't intimidate.
Persuade.
Yeah.
Yes, my persuade.
It's not-
Can I go get him, Spike?
Trying to persuade Spike. Yeah.
The question is would Spike not just immediately go?
Yeah, Spike.
Anyway?
Spike's gonna protect.
am gonna protect. Go
Okay.
get him, Spike.
So you all kind of turn around and start going down the stairs. I just need to have a general idea of who's of the order that you're all moving in.
I'm first,
Well, yeah, if we're switching, then I'm last. Yeah.
and
Spike. Yep, go ahead.
and I suffer from tiny bladder syndrome, so I'm gonna use the restroom and then come back.
No problem. I'm going to take this opportunity to ask everyone how their characters are feeling. David, can you tell me a little bit, like, with everything that's happened, how is Nirma feeling right now?
So Nora is primarily now concerned that there are living things here. This is kind of new information. It was maybe something that they had considered but pushed the thought away, hoping that that wasn't the case, because now the old duties of protecting those who need protecting are starting to kick in. And it's basically going to be on, the one track mind of taking care of them as quickly as possible.
Okay. And Giovanna, how is Yosha feeling right now? I'm getting a sense that she's a little overwhelmed, but tell me how you perceive her feeling.
Well, Yosha is scared, but Yosha is she is brave as well, and she does feel an overwhelming sense of helping others. So, being afraid has nothing to do with being a good dog and helping other doggies, especially ones that are in trouble. It is our duty, especially me as the princess of the realm, to help all that is in need of help.
And Philip, how is Spike feeling right now?
Spike is also scared, but he's also putting on a brave face because, I have to. I'm here to protect. That's what I do.
And Spike is pretty hurt right now too, right?
Spike's at just over. I'm at 8 out of 14 stamina points.
Okay.
Does anyone have heal or anything like that?
No. You can take short and long rests like you can in regular 5th edition D&D. So you haven't really had a chance to do that. But if and when we get to that point, you would be able to take a rest to be able to heal.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So let's keep rolling.
Yes. So Spike makes his way down this set of stairs, and these stairs go straight down. And they go straight down to a platform, and then they turn left and go straight down again. And they are a large flight of stairs each, probably 20 to 30 steps. So you are very deep underground. And before you is a thick set of barn doors, the type that kind of open to the left and right. And they have two like knobs sticking out that are next to one another.
All right. Nirma, I think you grab one handle. I'll grab the other. We'll push them open. Spike, cover us.
Gotcha.
Does Spike have a ranged weapon?
I have a javelin.
Okay. Oh, nice.
There we go. Yeah, I just want to make sure because it would be sensible to have someone with a ranged weapon covering this sort of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Allergies are real.
So Yosha and Nirma pull the doors open. And there, after there's a slight raise and then a lower floor, is a wide open floor. And there is a stack of bodies, fresh badger bodies. And around them are 2 mice, a mouse, a rat, a cat, and a dog.
Are they armed? No.
They do not appear to have any weapons, except for the cat has a dagger in their hand. The cat is a ginger cat. The mouse and the rat. The mouse is a little bit smaller than the rat, but they both are wearing white coats, which you all know to be a sign of the cult of Labotor, which is a kind of renowned, scary sort of thing in the realms of Pugmire. And the
Cult of Laborator.
yes, the dog that is there is a very thin greyhound, and they are missing their right eye. It seems to be like the eye is missing, and like their whole like part of their face is scarred.
That hit a little close to home for us.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
My pug, for people who don't know, my pug recently lost his right eye.
Oh.
and for the long...
We'll retcon that. The
It's
greyhound.
It's fine.
Okay.
Left eye.
No, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm fine. I'm a big girl.
Okay. But they are all kind of standing there, and they look over at you a little surprised. Which they shouldn't be. They should have some idea that you're there, but they look surprised.
So if I may, these bodies that we see on the floor, they are unanimated?
They are currently unanimated. Correct.
Well, that's good. I don't know. If I were a dog, that would smell incredibly good to me. Like, don't you think?
Gross.
Like,
Except
Well, we're good dogs.
yeah, and
Yeah, but-
we're good dogs.
they're people, so they wouldn't.
You
smell.
know.
They might not be dogs, but they're still people. So there's a smell distinction there.
okay, I guess.
My eyes narrow, kind of do the cat slit thing where I'm focusing on a particular point, and you hear me kind of yowl a bit as I, ready both my scimitars and go back on my haunches like I'm going to charge forward unless somebody does something else.
Is Yosha, or Spike saying anything to these figures?
Actually, yeah, I asked them. I'm like, are you guys burying these poor dead badgers? Are you having did we interrupt your funeral? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. We were just trying to save. But we heard a sound. Is there anything we can do to help before we, go on our merry way?
I say to Yosha, I think these are the bad dogs.
There's a cat here.
That's a bad cat. Look at the coat.
So the mouse turns to you and is like, I recommend you leave now, because you will not enjoy the outcome of staying.
And Yosha's like, how cute. Do you really talk like that?
Its eyes like widen, and you just see like the veins on its head pop out.
Oh, you never call a mouse cute.
What? What did you say?
Oh, you poor thing. You are just so adorable.
And the dog steps forward, is like, you have one chance. Leave now, or we shall add you to the stack of bodies.
Oh no.
You're a bad dog, and then I throw the javelin.
Okay. I will allow you to throw the javelin as an ambush, and then we will roll initiative.
Okay. Natural 20.
There.
Hey.
And is it double the damage die or roll an extra one?
Say that again.
Fifth. Oh.
Is it double your damage or roll an extra die?
I'm going to say double. I don't know what the rules say. In this case, I think double. I like that a lot better. So.
Okay. So that would be I rolled a 7 on the damage die, so that's 14 plus my dex is a 15.
There you go. And you were attacking the dog, correct?
Yeah, because I called he's a bad dog, so he's gonna get a javelin to his chest.
Okay.
She
And
is he?
they do. The javelin goes right through them.
Ugh.
Wait, you said them? Oh my goodness. Is there?
Well, no.
No, singular.
Singular
We
and
discussed
non-gender.
this last night. They and them is
Oh,
a
yeah, yes,
singular
yes.
impersonal.
Anyway, so the dog has his javelin through them. And the cat, the 2 rats, and the the cat and the 2 rats are left.
Yeah,
And they are upset.
Her left. That's what he said.
And then we roll for initiative.
Yep.
Oh, I thought we were doing that before.
Well, I got my critical result on my initiative score.
Not a good time for a crit.
Get that out of the way. Yeah.
I'm at 19.
Oh, there we go. Everyone's gonna get to go first. Giovanna, what's Yosha at?
Oh, I rolled a 10 and I have a 0
Okay.
dex, so
So, David, it is going to be Nirma's action.
You leap into the fray, bounding alongside the javelin as it strikes, and then I'll pick my target as the traitorous cat, the ginger.
Okay.
oh my god, is he collecting souls?
I was gonna make a joke about him not having souls either.
Aw. All
Just a
right, here we go.
joke.
Just a joke.
Just a joke for
All
those.
right. So I rolled a 2 on my first swing. Grand total of a 5, so that's nothing.
No.
But I did crit my second swing.
There you go.
So
We don't like
alright.
these bad dogs and cats.
No.
And
Not at all.
They're animals. Just say animals.
All right. That's
People.
damage too.
bad
So
people.
double the die would be 12 plus my strength, so 15
Okay. And the cat, correct?
on the cat. Yeah.
Let me just get the right set of stats.
I heard double the die, and I didn't think dice. I thought death.
I mean, at this rate, yeah, we're kind of heading that way.
Right.
I'm gonna give you double the die.
Like,
So
wow, man.
So they are very hurt, but they
Not
are
done.
still standing as you like slash into them.
Ah!
And it is Spike's action.
I'm going to the cat's still up, right?
Correct.
13.
I'm going to pull out the long sword, and I'm going to, recognizing the coat, I'm going to go for the cat.
Are you engaging?
Yes.
I didn't think you would engage.
I'm going for the cat, and that would be in a 16,
You hit.
and then on the damage die, that's 7.
Okay.
7
And
total.
and they collapse. Do you feel a need to describe exactly how you bring them down?
Cha!
Okay. And
On a link.
cat collapses, and the 2 rats are standing there a little bit taken aback. The mouse, though, is like its veins on its head are popping out, become electrical sparking thing.
Oh, you should definitely see a doctor.
And they are going to attack with burning paws. Its little mouse hands reach out and let me roll.
Touch faith.
No,
Oh, and David is getting attacked.
16 is my AC.
And they miss.
All right.
Exactly. Faith.
And then the other one is going.
That's a brave mouse to attack a cat. No,
Yeah, well, he's a very angry mouse. So,
we did call him
I'm a
cute.
very angry cat.
and
We-
neither cat is able to strike Nirma. They both attempt to and fail.
Lovely.
So, on the top of the round, it is Nirma's action again.
I never went.
Nope.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry. You're right. It's Yosha's action. Sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
So there's the 2 rats and the mouse.
There are 2 rats, and rats is a general term for all mice and/or rats. So one is a mouse and one is a rat.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm describing that oddly, but
2 rodents.
2 rodents, correct. 1 rat, 1 mouse.
Yeah.
The mouse has flames popping out of its head.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with that. I will use my action to do my magic missile for the mouse.
Okay.
It must designate targets before roll damage. Well, it's for the mouse. I'm going to roll to hit. Maybe we'll see.
So you roll. You actually you don't roll the hit. It automatically hits.
Oh,
And
okay.
3d4 of damage.
Well, that makes me sad because I just rolled a 17. It hit. Fine. It hit. Rolled a good 17. I'm just gonna roll. Oh, hold on. I got new dice recently, and I just really want to try them all.
I
At
understand.
HLG Con.
Yes,
There you go.
I did.
Oh, from Roll For It dice.
Yes.
Exactly.
Good product placement.
It is.
Yeah. Totally.
They're just all so shiny, and I'm just like, I need them all. You don't need them all. Yes, you do. All right. 3 4s,
Buy
right?
all the dice.
Yes.
Dice are
Plus
good.
1.
Dice.
Wait, I thought it says deals 1d4 plus
Yeah,
1.
it's 3. Well, you have 3 missiles of magic energy, so
Uh-huh.
each one deals 1d4.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
3d4 plus 1 for each.
Well, that would be 5, 2, 2, which is 4 plus 5 is 9.
There you go. The mouse is even angrier than it was before.
You
Also-
need to have a chill pill.
So now it is Nirma's action.
I will leap upon, I guess, the mouse, try and finish it off. We'll swing my scimitars wildly at it, clearly in a berserking rage.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a good way to attack, though, apparently.
Uh-oh.
So definitely a miss on that one, but 13 to hit. Otherwise?
13 hits.
All right.
Hey.
All right. And yeah, I'll roll another 6, so 9 damage.
All right, and you kill another poor person.
I mean, oh.
Okay, and the rat that is standing there throws its hands up, goes down on its knees, and I surrender. I surrender.
You're cute too. It's okay. We forgive you. Everything's fine. We can't have you attacking us now. We're trying to help you with your funeral.
It's not a funeral, Yosha. They're the bad peoples. So, what? So, I'm gonna.
Well, what are you doing, friendly person?
Friendly.
We were animating these bodies.
See, I told you they were bad.
I resent that.
Necromancy?
I don't think I'm bad. Yeah.
You're not following the code of man.
The code of man. We follow the code of Labator. The 100 Theses.
I'll drop one of my scimitars and advance towards it angrily.
Yeah, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Don't kill me.
And grip it by whatever. Is it wearing like a lab coat or something fun? Or
It is wearing.
yeah. Yeah, I'll grab it by, bring both sides of the lab coat together and lift it a little if I can.
You can.
Just say, still nothing but prey. And it looks like I need to be talked down before I murder this thing.
Oh no!
No.
Do we have to run and
I'm gonna put my hand. I'm gonna put my paw on Nirma's shoulder and say,
He said he was
"Fight
sorry.
only those who endanger you, and this one's no longer scary." Just look at it.
Okay, so I want you to roll persuasion. And Giovanna, what is Yosha saying?
Yosha's like, he said he was sorry.
Can you roll persuasion as well? Which
Yep.
they're both charisma checks, which if you have persuade,
I
I
have
do.
a 9.
advantage. Okay.
I have persuade, and my charisma.
Should be +3.
Charisma is a +3. Here we go. JoJo needs new shoes. 19.
There
All
you
right.
go. That is a really good persuade.
Yeah. I lower him down slowly and just kind of forcefully release him, shoving him back a little bit. And collect my scimitar and just stare like I'm waiting for him to make any sort of mistake.
Look, all we are doing is testing out a theory, or we were before you murdered us. We were testing out a theory about how to return beings to life.
Well, we have established, and we all know, everyone knows, that this is against the rules.
What rules? We are for science. We're trying to resurrect, bring life back to those who have perished.
I don't actually see that as a bad thing. We've lost many people in our time.
So
Maybe
Look over at the princess, is just wide-eyed and surprised.
This seems like an unseen thing, and I don't like it. Seems like unseen stuff.
No, we would never have anything to do with the unseen. We're trying to save people. Now, we move out of my way, and I'll show you that I can return one of my fallen comrades to life.
all right, that seems cool.
I look at Nirma like, this doesn't seem good.
No, I'm like watching with some interest because obviously we'll need to report this later, but just waiting for the wrong thing to happen.
It's for science, Nirma.
What's science?
I don't know, but he
lesson
said
in
it was for
anatomy,
So
the interior.
leans over the which one's the least like messed up? Probably the dog, because the javelin went straight through them.
Dog didn't even yelp. It just went right through.
Yanks out the javelin, like throws it behind them, and
What, he
then
doesn't give it back? Rude.
they touch the body, and you see just like the shock of electricity like ripple through the dog's body.
It's a little rat emperor just.
And the dog
Do it!
twitches.
Do it!
And you see the wound close up.
Ooh.
And she.
Are we all like taken aback, or are we just like?
I'm sure you're all shocked by this because
They gasp.
La gasp.
And the rat collapses, and the dog stands up and looks at all of you. What? What just happened?
I go to help the rat. Poor thing. It just collapsed.
Yeah,
Is
the
it
rat's
okay?
completely unconscious.
Oh no! And then I look up to the dog. What did you do to him? He brought you back to life. They brought you back.
Good, then I need to bring one of the others back.
This doesn't seem good.
The dog looks at you and goes, "This is the goodest thing it could be. We have made some mistakes. It doesn't work for anything older than a few hours at most, but we're learning." Reaches over to the cat, who's
I'm
really
very
messed
confused.
up, and he shocks the cat, and the cat's wounds mostly heal, and the cat gets up, and the dog collapses.
This is confusing.
Well, I go to the cat and I'm like, what is going on? Everyone's falling out and I don't want anyone to get hurt.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm like, and sit there and try and think about. I don't think this is good.
Well, it's not bad.
Why did I know the foolish rat spoke angrily at you, but why did you attack us?
Because you weren't good.
We're trying to save people from death and disease.
I'm sorry. We were mistaken. Can you forgive us?
Ah.
You have to get the mouse up, by the way. The other rat said that that it only does it in a few hours, and
The dog said that.
the dog said that.
Kind of the cat looks over at the mouse and is like, I don't think I have it in me.
Well, you gotta try.
He like pulls his hand away from his chest or her chest, and you can see like there's just like there's still this huge gaping cut that's like bleeding from the edges.
Well,
I
we
don't
really
think I have it in me.
do the number on you. How do we wake up the ones who passed out, though?
They'll get up
Do
once
we
they've
have water?
the resurrection usually takes out all of their energy for a good hour or so.
So we should probably let them rest so that it's not too long. If it's good, I don't know if it's good.
Well, it's not bad. You want to teach us?
It would take a long time to teach you how to do what we do.
We do. We have do. That's right.
What?
Well, I am sorry to interrupt your recycling process. I appreciate recycling. But we actually have a mission to do. Please let us know how we can help you. As long as this isn't necromancy and it's for science, then I don't see why it's a bad thing. Anybody else?
I just
Cat kind of is like, I don't know how to take this, and looks a little scared.
I'm going to walk towards the ginger cat and just look into its eyes and let's say, from which great house did you steal your secrets?
I didn't steal it from any house. My house were the ones that created this power. And I will leave it at that, because I will not speak the name of the house. So Nirma knows that there is a house of cats that is unspoken of within the monarchies.
Right. It's the 7th, is that right? Or,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes me upset.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn back to my companions, shake my head a little bit, and turn back to them and say, I don't think I can convince my companions that what you're doing is blasphemous. But know this, that I will be watching you, and that I will be reporting this. You will be watched. If you step out of line again, no one will be able to save you.
She kind of looks up and noted.
All right. Well, there's an understanding, though. I do think that you should not be part of that gang that you have the jackets or. Being gang is not good, right, Spike?
Right.
Gang activity is bad.
Gangs. Yes, gangs are bad. Agreed.
No, gang bang. That's not what I meant to say. Never mind. All right, we're leaving.
Okay, so you guys turn and leave, and the cat kind of struggles up and starts like moving his friends around in more comfortable recovery positions.
Hang on. Before we go, do you know where there's books?
Yes, books. A library. We're on our way to a library. Do you know if there's like a shortcut through this recycling facility?
No. There are rumors of the ruins of a library to the north, just over the next hill almost, but I've never gone there.
Well, why not? Every library has books. I'm totally down for some books.
There are books here. Do you need a particular book?
Oh, well, I don't need a particular book. I'm just interested. I don't know.
We
Maybe.
need the library. That's what we were looking for.
Yeah, Master said the library.
That's north of here. She just looks scared, kind of like she's saying things and hoping you leave, but also like if you want something from her, she seems willing to give it to you.
Actually, what kind of books do you have?
She kind of walks over and she's like, "We've got some history and some herbalism." And she kind of like scoots a few books to the side. I don't think you'd want any of those.
What? I always want books. I actually, just by that, makes me want it more.
Does Yosha pick up one of those books?
Yes.
Okay, she flips it open to different sorts of necromantic rituals.
Necromancy? No thanks. Necromancy? No thanks. Were you trying to hide the... I'm going to take these books and I'm going to put them in the library.
No, we need these books. They're part of our research.
I thought you said it was science, not necromancy.
It is. We're using the scientific process to return life, which does require the access of some necromantic energy sources.
Is this going to be peer reviewed?
Hopefully double blind.
As everything must be peer reviewed.
Yes.
Should be.
The cat's
Well,
just, please don't take our books. I will give you any of these other ones. You may have them all. Just leave these ones with us.
I'll take them all.
No, these ones leave. These ones take.
Is this a library? Am I checking them out? Is that the restricted session?
Yes.
I totally understand. Rules is rules.
Wait, this is not good though, because I don't like this.
It's okay. I like books. You don't have to.
No, I don't like
one.
I don't think they're being good.
They're not being bad. You heard him. He's doing science, not necromancy.
I'm going to turn to Nirma and be like, Nirma!
Yes. Yes,
Is
this is bad.
So I get to hit them again.
No, please don't hit us. Please.
Haven't we done enough to these kind people who have shown us
No,
hostility?
they're bad dogs!
Especially that cat.
Yes!
Yeah.
He's the worst dog.
Kind of hard to be a dog when you're a cat.
It makes no difference to me, Spike, whether we take care of this now or we return with an army to purge them. But they will not. They are meddling in things that will get them killed.
Seems like they're doing a good job of making not get killed. We just... I'm going to take these books to the library. You guys can talk about...
So the cat takes a couple of steps back from you as you're kind of arguing this out, and Yosha is grabbing the books, and a thick wall of ice appears between you, her, and all of the bodies.
Well, that answers that question.
Is this OSHA approved? What the hell?
The question is it Yosha approved?
Yeah. I'll just kind of point
I can't decide.
to the other cat, make one of these little jabbers, and let's go.
Do
They
we
won't
jabber
last
walking
long.
out of here?
I'm gonna pee on the wall before we leave.
So we
Okay.
can find it again. Yeah.
Good. Good idea. I like the way you think. I have to return these books somehow.
Yeah. Urine is 9/10 of the law anyway.
Okay, so you take the books and you leave this area. From here, where are you going? Are you guys going to continue to the library? Are you going to try to go back to Pugmire and
Let's go to the library.
Okay.
That's what we're
Library.
supposed to be doing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be
Library.
grumbling about how we didn't get
We have to forgive our fellow.
We're too nice.
if they come back and they attack Pugmire because they were being bad dogs, and then that's not very good.
If.
Guard your home.
Well, when
Guard
they
your
come.
home, Yosha.
When they come. If they do,
Be angry.
we'll take care of it then. All right, let's go to the library.
All right, so you all continue on to the library. And literally, it's like a half mile up a hill and down, and you see another pile of rocks, kind of like the building you were just in. But this one has like a steeple, kind of like a spire, sticking out of the ground, which is the only thing that kind of identifies it as more than a pile of rocks.
Ampug, not meant for hills.
Fair enough. All right, everybody roll to try to find an entranceway. So notice would be helpful here, or survive.
I have survived.
Survive. 20
What?
total.
16. No, it is 15. Yeah,
Okay.
15.
What are we using? Are we using our decks?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
This would be notice, so it's a wisdom check. Yeah,
+1.
Plus
15 total.
+3.
+3 because you have notice.
Oh, +3. So that's 14 plus 3 is 17.
Yay!
Yay.
So everyone, almost at the same time, sees the door in a pile of rubble, and you're gonna have to move like a bunch of stones out of the way to get into it.
Can I use my magic paw to
You
move rocks with my
can.
special gift?
But that would be the use of a spell slot for it, and it might not be the best use of it,
Okay, that's fair.
particularly since you have two stronger characters, and Yosha herself could just pick up the rocks and move them.
I can dig. I am still a dog. I
Okay.
am still a dog.
So you all move the rubble out of the way, and the door is kind of revealed to you.
Is it a nice door? Is it made of wood? Is it hand carved? Are there runes? Is it have a doorknob that's round, or does it have a doorknob that's down? It's just a stick that you go.
It is an old wooden door. It is barely intact, and there is actually no knob or any sort of like handle to pull on.
Aren't we all intact now? There's no humans.
What's that?
She was making a neutering joke.
Oh.
Remember.
Dun, dun, yes.
Wow, wow, wow.
This game would be nothing without puns, so bring them on. It's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
So
Life would be nothing without puns.
without a doorknob, though, you're going to have to figure out a way to pry the door open.
Like you mentioned, you had a shovel.
I do have a shovel.
That may work.
I have books.
a good time to use said shovel.
I'm gonna shovel something.
I'll read
I'm
while
gonna
you
shovel something. I'm gonna shovel it by prying it open. Hacha!
This
That
is an
is
antique.
a 20, not natural. Just for straight strength.
Okay, that's. And you rip the door open. Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got it.
The door like slams open, and you hear a like a whiny shriek erupt out of the ground.
From the door or from a person?
From a person inside somewhere.
Who is there?
Are they in trouble?
They sound like it.
I'll push
I'm
my
on
way
all
inside.
fours.
We need to
I'm
go
running
protect
toward the
them.
help.
Oh,
It
no!
rushes towards the door, and everyone like you kind of get stuck. Everyone trying to push their way in.
All at the same time. No. We'll save you.
And Yosha, because she's smallest, pushes her way in front of everyone. As you walk into the doorway, small bits and pieces of light seem to like appear on the floor and the ceiling. It looks, when you look at them, it looks like it used to be like lines of light, but now they're just like small sparks of light, creating an eerie sort of greenish tone to the hallway. You can see
Not
by
the
it,
color I would have
but
chosen,
not
but
very
okay.
far.
Not the color I would have chosen for interior decor, but I'm looking for the sound. Are they still screaming? Am
The
I
sound
following?
ended when you got into the building.
Okay, I'm gonna call out. Does anyone need help? We are adventurers here to help those in trouble.
And you hear another like pained howl, screaming for help.
Well,
I'm gonna follow it.
I'm gonna follow it as well.
Okay. So Yosha is leading as you move down this hallway, kind of rushing down. You pass several doors and you get into a main area, which it's kind of, let's see, let me see how to describe it. There are bookshelves to the left and the right, and then there's a small stairway down and rows of books, and across from you are a series of other bookshelves. So it's like a raised platform around a smaller like pit area, all with shelves and books. There are
I think we're at a
hundreds
library.
of books in here, more books than any of you have ever seen in a single place.
Definitely having a little bit of a what do you call that moment where you're overwhelmed? I am overwhelmed with joy with all the books that I have never, and out loud, I say, I have never seen so many books before.
Time enough for that later, princess.
And the howl comes, you can hear it coming from down on the lower part of the library area.
Let's keep going. We gotta help somebody.
All right, let's go find it. Let's go fetch that person.
Okay, you go down, and you're following the sound as they're regularly yowling for help. You go down another set of stairs, and you're just focused on getting to where they are. And you
So many books.
hear the howl from a room, and you open it up, and you rush in. And there is a metal box in the center of the room. And behind it is this kind of shadowy set of arms leaning over it. And it presses a green button that kind of glows in its kind of spectral face. And you hear the howl come from the box. And the door behind you closes shut.
Gasp.
I think it was a trap.
And roll initiative, please.
Should I go back to my dragon dice? Nah, not
No.
yet. I'm not ready.
That would be a whopping 4.
Oh wow.
Yep.
3.
Ooh. Plus Dex,
So
which is 0.
We are
3 and
on
4.
point.
Hey, guess what, you guys? Who's wants to guess what mine was?
1. 2. Wow.
Winning it. Winning
Yeah,
it.
man.
Definitely got more than the GM thought it was. So,
Give me just a second. Just reviewing something real quick.
you may have 2 seconds. I'm generous.
I appreciate the generosity of the seconds you are giving me. Okay. So the spectral creature gets to go first. I will.
So, would I have read question mark anything about said spectral creatures in my past, just out of character?
It's hard to say. This is clearly either a servant of the unseen or maybe one of the unseen itself. It's definitely not good by any stretch of the imagination. All right, there is something very specific I'm looking for, and I thought, there it is. I thought it was in my PDF, but I just found it. Okay. And they are going to
By the way, I apologize to the viewers who have to watch me yawn every 2 minutes. I am a night shift worker, and I like to pretend that I'm awake all the time. Actually, it's not a pretending. I'm awake all the time.
Let's see.
I like to pretend that I'm not tired.
All right, David, Nirma is attacked.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
6 points of damage as this creature breathes smoke.
You said
Ouch.
6 points?
Yup.
Correct.
Ah!
And then I believe it's whoever's at 4, which is Philip.
Spike.
Spike.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
I smack the ghost.
Spike the high roller.
Right.
Well, good news is I rolled a 22.
Yeah.
The bad news is I rolled 4 damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Well,
Wow. Oh, I thought you meant.
I rolled a 1 plus 3 is 4, so
Isn't that times? Oh, wait. Did you get?
no, I didn't.
he just hit. Yeah.
I
Oh,
rolled a natural 17.
okay.
And then I believe it is Nirma at 3, correct?
Yes.
I will return in a moment.
Okay.
All right. So 2 swings at my attacker. Our first critical fail, I believe,
Oh, wow.
and a 12. So probably 2 misses.
Yes. So you was the critical fail on the first roll or the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. First one. Yeah. So you lose both attacks.
Yep.
And the creature smacks one of your scimitars out of your hand.
Oh, foul
What is
monster.
Yosha going to be doing?
Yosha is going to back up as much as she can toward said door.
Okay.
And I think it's time for me to use magic, Yosha. What do you
Mhm.
think, Yosha? I think so. I definitely would like to use an element. Oh, actually, first, before I do that, I guess I'm behind. Who am I behind?
Yosha was the
Probably
first
both of
one
them.
in the room, actually.
Oh,
So
yes.
you're probably actually ahead of them, but the creature, the smoke demon, stepped over you to attack Nirma.
Okay, first off, definitely barking. I guess that's a free action.
We will count that as a free action.
And do I want to use magic armor on someone? I do, actually. I'm going to use magic armor on our Spike.
So that's probably not going to help because I think Spike already has armor.
Uh-huh.
Spike is unarmored, but he has the unarmored special trick.
Right.
So
magic armor is really, I think, only going to be useful for. No, you can do it against someone else. So yeah, you could do that. You could use it on Spike. It's going to increase his base defense to 13 plus his Dex modifier, which he might already have. So it's probably not going to be that helpful.
Oh, well, that's fine. I guess it's time for me to.
That is exactly what it is.
Magic missile.
Fantastic. So roll 3d4 plus 1 for each.
Oh wait, that's right. Oh man, I want to roll. This is how we roll, I guess. We don't. 1, 2, 3, D4. Oh, look, I'm just dropped. So I have a chainmail dice bag.
Mm-hmm. And the D4s get stuck in it.
Huh?
Do the D4s get stuck in it? Like the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like. All right, rolling. That is a 1, 2, 4. So it is +1 on each of those rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 5 is 10.
There we go. Yosha throws up a flash of magic missiles, and this thing explodes in a fury of smoke. And as it does so, it becomes a 5-foot sphere of acrid smoke.
Oh dear.
And everyone must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Yay! Constitution, what is mine?
All right.
Constitution, it is +1. Unless I have anything that gives me a plus to my Constitution, doesn't look like I do. So here we go. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Hold up.
17.
I failed.
Okay.
19 from me.
Okay.
That's
so
a 1 for me.
2 of you
2.
Fine. I'm
But it's a
trying
natural 1.
to find the information on. Oh, you rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Sickly. 110.
Well, it is smoke, and I am a pug. Let's be honest here.
Okay, you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until you are no longer sickly. So you have disadvantage on every roll for a while.
Okay.
And this smoke just kind of hangs there. You all move out of the way, but after its initial explosion, Yosha took a deep breath of it. Sadly,
it's probably because I was barking.
Right, exactly. And this box is kind of still there in the center of the room with lights blinking on it, making noises.
Definitely science. That's my go.
What is everybody doing?
I don't really have. I've got a cape, I think, so I'm going to draw that over my face. And try and inspect the box through the smoke.
The good thing is the smoke is only in a 5-foot. It's
good. Okay.
spiraling in this 5-foot space.
Okay.
Allowing you to move through the rest of the room.
All right. Cool. I imagine it looks, if nothing else, it looks like one of the mysterious artifacts of man.
Correct.
Okay. In which case, I'm afraid to touch it.
Understandable.
Yeah. And
But
look
you're a
over at
cat.
the others. I'm very curious about it.
Curious.
I'm very curious, but I'm also afraid. I'm also a fraidy cat. I'll look at them and be like, it can make and mimic sounds, but what else can it do?
Yosha is still barking. She is barking angrily at the mysterious person. What we called it again?
The shadow demon.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
It's a
is
demon?
dissipated to just smoke, so it's just this kind of like hazy.
Oh, I thought that was my magic missile.
It,
Oh, yeah,
Magic
still.
Missile destroyed it and made it this hazy smoke.
Oh. Oh, okay. So no, definitely. I want to go up to the box.
Okay.
I am curious. I want to touch it. I'm gonna ask if I could help the howling dog that's in there.
Okay.
No. I say.
So you're all kind of like looking at the box. Does anyone want to roll no Arcana? It's kind of the closest thing here, so it would be an intelligence roll. Anyone?
I have no arcana for my skill.
I can
So
go
I get a
ahead
plus.
and try. I
I've
got a
got no-
natural 20.
Oh wow.
Wild magic.
It doesn't matter if I've got a -1 if I roll a natural 20.
There you go. I ran into this thing last week.
Technically, and I know most people don't play it this way, but technically with skills, a natural 20 doesn't mean an automatic success.
Okay.
Only in combat.
Okay.
But something's going to happen in a moment because I still reward natural 20s when they happen.
There you go.
Ooh.
Giovanna, what was Yosha's roll?
Didn't roll. Rolling now.
Okay.
I didn't roll. I didn't roll. I don't know how I rolled 2 ones in a row, but I did. I just need more dice. Who touched my dice?
So you just rolled a natural 1? Okay. Again, technically that doesn't mean an automatic failure, but something always
What's
interesting
Fixing going
happens.
to it.
But I do have known arcana.
Right. Which would it gives you proficiency. So you would have rolled 5 total.
1, 2, 3.
Because 1 and then intelligence plus
Proficiency
2
bonus.
and then proficiency bonus of plus 2.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
David, is Nirma doing anything here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it, so sure. I also critically fail.
The dumb one
So,
knows it.
I actually get a 0
I'm a,
because I have -1 intelligence as well.
I'm a
Wait,
smart
wait.
dog.
Is
See,
Philip
I'm a
the high roller? That never happens.
Okay.
I don't understand.
To put it into perspective, there was one 13th Age campaign where I rolled a single crit the entire campaign.
I understand. I
And
often don't roll in games because I have a history of rolling 1s every time I roll.
The best part about that crit was that the monster had an ability to move away from 2 hits per round or per battle. And so, of course, the DM
Oh, yeah,
moved
I
him
remember
away.
that.
And so the one crit I rolled the entire campaign did nothing.
Oh man, that's the
I
Teleported.
worst.
remember that. Hilarious.
I was angry.
Understandably
I
so.
was very angry.
All right. So you're looking over this thing, and both Yosha and Nirma are kind of like poking at it and pressing buttons, which is a genius decision. And Spike reaches over and hits the red button. And
The
you
red one.
kind of hear everything in the room. Like there's this weird hum that you didn't notice was there until it's gone. Whew.
Huh.
And everything in the like around you is quiet, like dead silent all of a sudden.
Bark, 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 bark,
And
bark.
the box is completely like all the lights have gone off.
There was no dog in there?
I don't think so.
I think I was bamboozled. I just wanna be a good dog, you know.
And you hear a bark.
Mhm.
Not joking.
In game?
You hear a bark.
Okay.
in-game.
From
Yeah.
Good
I was
timing.
like, yeah,
bro.
no, I have ears. They work fine. You don't have.
I can at least.
Huh?
From where, Josh? The bark?
From outside of the
Living
room
room.
that you were
Oh,
in.
okay.
Yeah,
From
actually,
the
yeah.
living room. Now, a reminder: you guys are really, really deep in this library,
Yeah.
and none of you were really keeping track of where you went.
Right.
So, I'm not saying
Yeah,
you're
because we went to
lost,
go.
but
But you're not found.
We also don't have a map, and this is our first time being here.
right.
Yeah.
So, who is going to the door first? Is my first question.
Wait, oh yeah, that's right. It's slammed behind us. Is it locked?
That is part of my question.
So it sounds like Princess is going to check the door if it's locked.
Okay. So Yosha walks over and she grabs the handle, which is this silver handle. And it does not move. Well, it moves, but it does not open.
Bark! 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 Bark!
All right, Yosha, I assume it is locked. One side. I'm going to pick up my other scimitar and just make sure I'm re-equipped.
I've done everything I can. I barked at it, and
Does this
it's
one?
not working.
Yeah, right. Does this one open out at least?
It opens in.
Oh, great.
Wait, was
I
I
will.
pushing or pulling?
What? I assume you tried both. I will give it a good tug. See what we get. Big strong pull.
Okay, roll a strength check then.
All right, strength. Oh, advantage. Yes, 22.
You roll a 22.
Bo, leave
Mhm.
it.
So, crash! And you rip the door handle off
Ah!
and pull the door open.
Yay. All right, we are free. Where is this barking coming from?
So you step into the hall and you hear it coming from the right of where you are. Although, for anyone that is listening right now, this is going to be a short advertisement period. If you are not aware of it, High Level Games creates role-playing game products. We have a series of one-page adventures, which are available for Dungeons & Dragons, Savage Worlds, and my daughter is throwing in her 2 cents as well. And you can find those on Drive-Thru RPG if you search for High Level Games. You can find all of our one-page adventures. We also have a series of role-playing game support products for the World of Darkness and Exalted on the Storyteller's Vault. If you go to storytellersvault.com and look for Joshua Heath, you can find most of the products that we've created on there. And my daughter hopes that you enjoy those game products. I'm doing an ad, David, while we wait for everybody to show up. She wants us to turn our fans on. I don't quite know what that means. Okay, thanks. We also are in the process of working on some things for Canis Minor, which is the community content creation space for Pugmire, for anyone that's interested in that. You can also buy Monarchies of Mao products like the guide screen, which I have here and have been using, as well as the books, Pugmire and Monarchies of Mao on Drive-Thru RPG in both print on demand and PDF format. This has been an exciting advertisement period from Josh Heath.
I'm excited.
I'm glad that you're excited.
Yep, as soon as holidays are over, I'm going to start looking into re-upping my new RPG supplies. It's been a while since I've gotten a new book, so
Cool.
and I absolutely want the Monarchies of Now book.
It's really well. I think it's really well written. I didn't write anything for the core book. I have to say that up front.
Okay.
So that was not a self-congratulatory sort of comment.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that's not plugged in, sweetheart. Please don't plug it in, because I need to be able to be on here. I'm gonna probably be editing this whole chunk out. You can sit here with me for a little bit, but when we start again, you're gonna have to go, okay? Because you can't stay. Say hi to David.
It's a pod.
Hi.
Saying hi to all.
They say hi as well. Ooh. We're playing a game right now. In theory, we're just waiting on one person to come back, and then I need you to get off and be a little bit quiet for a little bit, okay?
She's,
Or go back downstairs.
she's making some ramen in the microwave.
Ah, cool. No worries. What's up?
Is a person coming back soon?
Yeah, she'll be coming back soon.
With a doll?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And how? Some dolls look like boys.
That's true. We've talked about that. You've played this game, haven't you? We played it the other day, didn't we, Pugmire?
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, that's what we're playing with these folks right now.
Maya,
Yeah. We've got 2 dogs and 1 cat.
that's you?
No, the other guy in the orange shirt. He's playing the cat.
Oh, that one?
Yep, that one. I'm not playing anything. I'm guiding. I'm telling the story like I did with you and Mummy.
I want to be a doggy.
Not in this game, but when we play our game again, you can. You can play Cookie again.
I want to be a cat.
Okay.
I want to be this purple cat.
Not in this game, but maybe in another one. Yeah.
I have this with you.
This gives me information to help them, to help us play the game. It's like a quick guide instead of having to go through the whole book.
I think they should use the food to see shorts for them.
I can use my computer as well. I've done that a few times.
Let me push it back.
Okay, let's not do that. Okay, now I need you to get off, and I need you to be quiet or go downstairs, okay? Can you say goodbye to people?
Bye-bye.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
We got you. We can hear you loud and clear.
Super.
Okay. So we had a little bit of an ad while we were on break, and then I may or may not keep me describing what we're doing to my daughter in the audio version of this when I edit it, but that's okay. All right. So you all are leaving the room that you were in, looking for the sounds of the dog that you heard. And it appears to be coming from just to the north of where you are in one of the other rooms.
Do I need a compass?
No. You can just walk down the hall, but I wanted to give you a general description of the direction it was in.
All right. Walks down the hall. Is this a in trouble bark or a defense against dark arts bark?
It sounds like an in trouble bark.
What are there dogs all around the world that are in trouble?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea of the game, I think.
Are we the Paw Patrol?
I'm not going to say that word out loud because I don't need
nope.
a reaction. But yes, the answer is yes.
All right. Yeah, let's forge towards.
Okay.
the
Is
bar.
is Nirma in front of everyone at this point?
I'll let the puppies lead.
Okay. So Yosha is again forging a path to save another dog. And you get to this door. You just pull it open and go right inside?
Do I?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Open the door, rush inside.
Russian?
Yes, you rush in to the room, and then you see you all walk in. The door closes again, clunk, and all the lights in this room just go out. For the brief moment you were looking at everything, you swore that you could see the bookshelves in the room shaking and shimmering, and then everything goes pitch dark.
Bark!
Man used
Bark,
to
bark,
say,
bark, 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 bark.
as man used to say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on the dogs.
Blame the dog. Blame the
Doesn't
dog.
sound like something a man would say.
So the room is totally dark. What are you doing?
Other than barking?
I'm gonna
Yes,
light a
other than
torch.
barking.
Bark.
Okay.
Bark, bark, bark.
I'll get aggressive with the handle again.
Are we
Okay,
hashtag lit in this room?
Right?
Spike is trying to light this torch, but it's just not lighting for some reason. And it's just gotten really cold in here, and then hard to breathe.
I'm a pug.
And Nirma is trying to open the door. Please roll for it before you pass out.
Sure.
Are we all rolling to see if we pass out?
No, not yet.
A 1 and a 3. It's not gonna do me so good.
Nope. Not gonna-
Out of 20?
Well, no, those were my die results for my roll with advantage. So, yeah. It's going to be a 6, the better one. So, yep.
He can't hear you. He's got the kid being a kid.
We like children.
Got
Wait,
a
is that weird?
kid being a kid.
Yeah, she's being 4, so it is what it is.
Feisty fours.
So Nirma did not get the door open in time, so everyone needs to roll Constitution.
That would be a 17.
Okay, and survive is applicable here. So
That would be a 19.
okay. Oh,
Natural
Yoshi roll.
20.
There we go.
Yep, I crit as well.
Okay,
One
so
more.
you are feeling like it's hard to breathe. Actually, Giovanna, I hate to remind you, but you have disadvantage. You need to roll another d20 and take the lowest of the 2 rolls.
Sorry, just roll another 20.
That's
You're
all I gotta do
fine.
is roll another 20.
That is the way to do it.
See?
Did you?
I rolled a 4. Can I take the 20?
No, in this case. So you, so Yosha passes out. Leave those alone, please. Thank you. Yosha passes out and starts coughing. And what are Nirma and Spike doing at this point?
I'm going to try and open the door.
Okay, roll strength.
Brute
And-
strength.
Yes, that does apply. So you have advantage.
Good, because I rolled a 6 and a 19.
There you go.
So, strength is a 22.
Okay. So
What is
you
Bo doing?
rip open the door.
Like, he's trying to get Newton to play with him.
Because they're talking to their dogs. They have dogs. That's why they like this game. So you rip open the door and air just flushes back in the room. But the hallway now is totally dark. And there's just a single blinking green light down the hall.
Like this.
Also, your friend is unconscious.
And at this point, Yosha is unconscious.
You don't know what to do when your friend is unconscious.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you want? I'll lift her up if you want.
get it, and you get Yosha, and we'll get out of here. This is not good.
No.
At all.
This is a death trap.
I don't like that word.
Okay.
Trap?
No, the other one.
So who's picking up Yosha?
I am.
Okay. So Nirma scoops up Yosha. And you all were trying to head out?
Mm.
Okay. So you head up the stairs. Can you roll Traverse to try to get an idea of where you're headed?
It's wisdom based? Or
Yes.
dex?
We're just going to say yes because I couldn't find it earlier.
That's fine. 14.
14?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you go up the stairs and you're pretty sure, okay, we're going in the right direction to get out of here. And Giovanna, could you roll another Constitution check, please, to see if you wake up?
Do I have to roll twice? Please don't make me roll twice.
No.
rolled
In
twice.
this case, okay.
Because I rolled a 20, and I don't want to roll again.
There we go. I will allow it. In this case, you were already knocked out, so Yosha wakes up just in time because one of those shadow creatures is at the top of these stairs. And as you're looking around, as it's kind of standing there, and there's just enough light, particularly with the torch and the ambient light in the rooms, that you notice that there are no bookshelves anymore. This whole library that had been filled with books is completely empty.
Told you that cat was
Where did all the
bad.
books go?
And this shadowy thing is just kind of looming over you up the stairs and appears ready to attack.
Bark! 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 Bark!
Roll initiative.
Barking wasn't enough?
No.
19.
13.
10.
Okay. So it goes first.
Oh no!
Very fast.
Sorry.
I mean, the lights just turned on, and it had a sneak.
Yep. Yeah. It could have snuck attack, but it did not.
Bark.
Our dogs are very excitable. I am sorry, listeners, viewers, whichever you may be at the moment.
And,
Well,
Philip, Spike is actually getting attacked for the first time in a little bit. As this smoke breaths at you again.
I am a pug. I am an asthmatic by nature. We can't be having all this smoke all around.
So that's 10 points of damage.
And I'm down.
No! Spike!
He is. Philip
Bark!
Spike.
Bark! 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 Bark!
The guy with the bigger beard.
With the bigger beard. Are we comparing beard sizes now, gentlemen?
No, none. I'm just being descriptive for my daughter who's asking questions. Okay, and I believe Philip Spike was at 19.
Spike was at 19. Yes.
But he's dropped to the ground unconscious.
Yes.
And who was next?
Me. I'm at 13.
Okay, so Yosha.
You mean to tell me I have no heal?
Nope, you are not a cleric.
I technically have book smarts. Can I know CPR?
He's not bleeding out, I don't think.
No. If you had heal, which I don't think you have, no.
I don't. I checked.
Sorry.
No. All right. I guess I have to use my elemental. Wait, no, I can't. You know what? I'm going to straight up just take out my knife. That's it.
Okay.
Taking out my dagger, and I'm going to basic melee. Excuse me. Just do a basic melee. You mess with Spike, you get the pike.
So you are still at disadvantage.
Oh my god! I wish I could take it. No, you have to see this. I rolled 2 different d20s, and as you can probably see, they are both 12s.
There we go.
There you go.
So I rolled a 12.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Plus
Plus
2.
What's your dex? Do you have a dex modifier?
I do not. Wait, yes, I do. I lied. I'm sorry.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I was right. I don't.
Okay.
So
So
14.
I'm
you,
full of lies today.
you hit. And
That's not a good dog.
roll 1d4 of damage.
1d4 of damage. Because I hit him. I stabbed him. You mess with the pugger, you get the dagger. That sounded better in my head. That's a 2.
Okay. And David, what is Nirma doing?
Can I roll to save for my disadvantage?
What's that?
May I roll to save for my disadvantage?
At this point, you just have to wait until it goes away. The condition
Okay.
goes away.
Right. I will also charge the creature.
I didn't get a chance to charge it. I just went down.
Yeah. And leap into action with both scimitars. Like I do. All right. So we got a 25 and a 14.
Both hit.
Lovely. Or sorry, 23. I know it still hits. All right. 6 and 5, 11 total damage.
Okay. So it
Ooh,
again
11.
dissipates in an explosion of smoke. David, Nirma has to make a constitution check. The good thing is Yosha is already affected, so can't be affected by it again.
Silver linings.
Right.
Oh man, this has been a pretty good game. Another critical success. 22. Yeah, man.
Okay. So you
Mark.
dodge out of the way of the smoke quick enough and do not inhale any of it.
Yeah.
However,
I still bark.
Spike is unconscious, and you need to make a Constitution save, Philip, to stabilize.
That would be a 20.
There you go. So you stabilize.
The rolling man of the hour.
The only downside is you are still unconscious, but you are not dying.
Hooray.
Launch anyone? In character.
What?
I packed some
Let's go.
peanut butter and bone sandwiches. And you know what? I was thoughtful. I actually got a tuna fish salad sandwich for you. I know. I'm nice.
Princess, quit yammering and help me get him up. He's very big.
He doesn't not like peanut butter?
He is still unconscious, I think. Yes?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
But I mean, doesn't that wake
Okay.
up? So?
Like smelling salts, you're just going to wave it in front of his nose.
Peanut
Smelling
butter.
butters.
The peanut butter does not wake him up. That is a great idea.
You put a little bit on the tip of his nose and his tongue just autonomically spits out and licks it off. Yeah. He's still alive. That's how we know.
No, he's sadly still unconscious. So yeah, you're gonna try to pick him up and drag him out. And Spike is heavy, so
Big boy.
not gonna be easy.
Oh,
All right. I push, you pull.
okay.
So you both are kind of like trundling Spike out, and at this point,
Bark.
you get out of the library and you notice that there are no books in any of the rooms any longer. And as you walk outside, the sun is just starting to set.
Oh no.
And there's just this dark mist that kind of seems to settle everywhere.
Oh dear.
I thought there were so many books, and now it was my imagination.
I think the books were evil, and that we may have released that evil upon the world. I have a lot to think about, but we should probably make camp away from here.
Am I up yet, or am I still?
Still unconscious. Okay.
Fine. We have to make camp.
Yeah, the one thing
I've got new books to read today.
You know you can't go anywhere. You're just going to get lost in the mist if you do.
Sure.
So You set up camp right outside of the library.
Okay.
And you sleep the night. The good thing is the sleep for the night allows you to heal, so you can roll a hit die to gain hit points back.
I don't think I got hit.
I don't think Yosha's been hit. I agree.
I'm at 6.
Where's my D10?
Though, do my spells reset or no?
They do with a long
There it
rest.
is.
Have a few sausages by the fire. Nah, I mean, right?
Have some of those.
Do I have to roll a Constitution check for my disadvantage, or does that
That will go
heal?
away. You'll be able to
Okay.
cough it out over the evening. Okay.
I should use this die. So this die right here, one
Mhm.
of
cool.
my favorite die. I don't know how balanced it is, but if you can look, it's a die within a die,
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's cool.
and I guess I can use this as my disadvantage.
Right? That's actually a really good idea because then you automatically have both of them rolling.
Fair.
Cool. So, as the morning comes, the sun comes back out, and the mist kind of hangs around a little bit. You
So-
are like just kind of cuddle, like all sat around this fire, trying to figure out what to do. And my question to you is, what are you all doing?
Well, I guess right now, I'm debating on. I don't know if this is in character or out. It's like, how did birds not evolve? Like, like
She's asking the big
the
question.
mice did. I'm
Yeah.
going through a lot of philosophical questions.
There are birds in this world,
Oh, okay.
but they are very they are not concentrated around the realms of Pugmire, so you don't see them very often. And for most dogs, birds are kind of a myth, but they are known to exist. Is a whole pirate ship of birds, actually, that has recently been raiding the shores of Pugmire and the monarchies of Mao.
Oh, okay.
I
So I'm
think
not going through an existential crisis. That's good.
so. I think we should go back and tell what's his face, who I forgot out of character, but know
The
his
Jack
name,
Russell.
Marcus.
Jack.
Marcus.
Terrier.
Jack Terrier.
Yes.
Mhm.
And we are going to go tell Marcus that there's no library. Bad dogs. Bad, but unseen out.
Indeed.
We're just trying to be good dogs.
You know what? Who are we to determine what is good as a dog? You know, it's
It seems like a conversation we can have or not have on the way. Probably just end up being a monologue, if I'm being honest. But
monolith.
you know, sure.
All right, so you collect all of these things, and you guys head out and head back toward Pugmire. And you get to the guild house where you had met with Marcus, and the pioneers that are inside. When you were like, "Hey, we need to talk to Marcus about this library," they kind of shake their heads and like, "Marcus is down in Mutt Town and has been in Mutt Town for about 6 months now."
That's not possible. Mark, we talked to Marcus yesterday. What morning? 2 days ago, maybe
Yeah.
Probably about 4 days ago at this point.
4 days ago. That
Shake their heads and they're like, "No, like seriously, Marcus has been gone for 6 months now. He's not the person in charge of, this pioneer outpost."
does Marcus have a twin?
Not
No.
that I know of. Not that Marcus twin. No, nah.
He has an imposter.
I think we've been bamboozled.
Okay. Well, it's really all one big bamboozle.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so.
You know what?
Well-
I think someone pretended to throw the ball.
All
It's a
right.
common expression, I'm
We're
sure.
chasing
sure it
after
is.
a ball that was never thrown. It's like
A fool's errand indeed. The laser on the wall. But still, we must tell someone of authority what has happened.
yes, we should. I'm gonna tell my dad.
That's
Okay.
actually a really good idea.
Daddy.
So you seek out an audience with the king. In this case, fairly easy to have.
Yeah, over dinner, right?
Right. He invites you all to breakfast to tell him whatever is going on.
Shouldn't it be like brunch?
A royal
least.
brunch.
Probably a royal brunch. Yes. Why not? He's relatively informal as a king. So just it's not abnormal for people to be invited into the castle and just to sit down with the king. Not incredibly common, but not incredibly uncommon either. What is it that you wish to tell me?
Plain situation, thing that happened.
Please go on. Tell me
no, that was
everything that you would like to tell me.
Oh.
Were you just kind of saying,
yeah,
tell him what happened?
yeah.
That's fine, I suppose.
Well, I don't think it is fine. We have been bamboozled.
He shakes his head and says, "No, that's a concern. I see what you're saying."
When you put it that way.
Yes, when you use those words, that is not good. Not good at all.
I feel like I missed a joke.
No, he said that's fine, as in like I'll allow it, and you thought the character
The king was saying, "Oh, that's fine.
That's fine."
No biggie."
No. And I almost died on my coffee.
You guys are
What's
great.
another few cultists?
It's all over the place. That's fine.
What's another few?
I have a tax meeting later. Are you kidding me? Never mind
There are
cultists.
cultists. No, they're fine.
That's fine.
Okay. He's like kind of shakes his head. He's like, we'll have to I'll send the three of you back with a squad of soldiers to try to arrest these cultists.
Hashtag squad. Oh yeah. Also, there was a not even the cultist, the scientist. I got books from the scientist.
He kind of
Bad books.
raises an eyebrow. Is like, can I see these books, Yosha?
Sure can. Goes into my satchel. Is it a satchel or a purse?
Satchel, I'm sure. Might be a purse.
I don't think
Actually, I
you're
think
pulling a
it's-
book out of a coin purse.
Yosha definitely has a satchel. If you look at that, that's a satchel.
Yeah.
Messenger bag.
Oh, and or all of the above.
Why not
A
all of
messenger
them?
bag. A messenger bag is a purse. Retcon. All right.
Yep. Okay. So he looks through the books. He's like, most of these are fine. And then he grabs one of the black bound one. He's like, this is not fine.
That's
Yes,
not okay.
it's definitely in bold. I saw.
And kind of like, I think we'll send for someone from the Church of Man to take a look at that.
Gasp.
All right. At this point, you all go back to the church / laboratory / cult center with the soldiers, and everything is completely cleared out.
Right.
I told you.
Even the ice wall?
Even the ice wall that is gone. The badger bodies are gone. The mice and the cat and the dog are all gone. All their books are gone. The only thing that is left are blood stains on the floor.
They really need to hire a maid. At least a few servants. You know, I think they may have been dishonest to us. Dishonest, mishonest, honest.
Is it mishonesty when you're not
Honest.
intentionally lying? I don't know. Because cat,
Okay.
we do that all the time.
Right.
Second nature.
So that is where we're actually going to end this story on a bit of a who knows what could happen in the future with these adventurers. These
Spike is angry. Spike is angry at this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very angry.
I don't know if angry is the word I would say. I would say disappointed. I believed them.
Nirma.
You are wrong.
Let's say Nirma feigns anger and then goes to try to contact them so that they can help resurrect his mother, if at all possible.
Hmm.
And that is one of the main reasons why I did not attack them. I was of two minds, and that went out.
Well,
So
that is
Not
a
a sad
story we would
dog.
have to explore in the future potentially.
indeed.
But this has been a ton of fun.
Yes.
Does anyone have any thoughts out of character now? Like, kind of what do you think about the game? How do you think about how everything went? Let's do a little bit of an after action review, and we'll start with David because he is the first person on my little screen.
He's the first person on mine too.
Same here.
Just the way it is, man. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I have played Pugmire once before. I actually ran it for my group when it was, I think, finishing through its beta, when there was like a little free playtest that was released, something like that. The base rules or what have you. And it was a lot of fun then. It's a lot of fun now. I'm extraordinarily excited about Monarchies of Mao because I'm a cat person, so that's a blast. It's very nice that there's not a whole lot of new mechanics to learn, but there's still a lot of new flavor and a few additional things that are thrown in there to make it feel more Pugmire. You know, I'm also very intrigued by something that's on my character sheet that makes me really want to play Monarchies of Mao, which is that I have a secret ability called House Upbringing, and for my house, I'm sure all the cats have something like that. We're from a noble house. I think that's really cool. So, although politicking and whatnot,
that's one of the cooler parts of Monarchy. You know,
yeah.
Pugmire is a little bit more adventure oriented,
Mhm.
and Monarchy is going to have a little bit more intrigue and a little bit more like interpersonal drama as well.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
And when you get Adventures for Curious Cats, which should be coming out in the semi-near future, there's a great intrigue story for 1st to 4th level characters written by someone who is speaking right now.
Hey,
Ton of fun.
who
Oh, that
dis?
sounds perfect.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's got a little bit of noir and crime story as well, so it'll be a
Nice.
ton of fun. So,
Yes.
Giovanna, what was your overall impression of this game and this story?
First off, I'd like to say next time, Dave goes last.
I
Because
take all the best points.
like, man, you just like I wanted you to fill in my blanks, not me try to. First off, I super much. I feel like when I play other, if I may, I feel like when I play other RPG games that I feel obligated to be more humanoid, if that makes sense, than animal, even if I'm playing, you know, a dragon or not dragon, a dragonborn or tabaxi or anything like that. I feel more obligated to be more humanoid, but I feel it's kind of fun playing out how a dog would react in this. And it's almost like it's almost like they are still dogs, but they're going through an adventure. Like, you ever like watch Rugrats where they're still babies, but they still have these really big adventures, and they're completely unaware of what's going on in the world around them. So that's what I enjoyed mostly about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's good feedback. Any thoughts on this particular adventure? What you liked and what you didn't like?
Oh no, I don't dislike. There's always an adventure, but I would. So I do wish that I don't really like the but this is just me. I don't like change. So when
Mhm.
I see a new character sheet, I'm just like, "Meh." I don't like it. It should be this way.
Mhm.
So that's what that is. Really, that's what I dislike. But that's mostly because I dislike change, not character sheets.
Mhm. The
And
the official character sheets, these are like the pre-generated, like kind of like the quick use characters.
oh, okay,
But the official character sheets are much closer to like the D&D style ones, so they're a little bit.
all right. So, but I don't know. I really enjoyed playing a naive character. That was fun. That really was.
It
A
was also fun.
charismatic and naive character.
It-
That
yeah.
Interesting combo.
Yes, especially considering that your character was naive, and Spike and Nirma are both, I think, intelligence 8 characters. So
Yes.
there's nobody coming up with all big plans or figuring
Yeah.
stuff out really fast. None of that.
Nope. Not at all.
So Philip, let's give you a chance to kind of give some feedback. What'd you like? What you didn't like? Anything like that?
It felt good. It definitely they blah 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 blah.
use your words.
Definitely. Yes, I'm trying. I'm pulling a Josh right now.
It's okay.
Um, it, it definitely feels good not having to learn new mechanics again.
Mhm.
Definitely, it still feels like D&D. It's just I'm gonna echo everything David says. I tend not to like in one shots when there's two things going on.
Mhm.
That personal preference. I like the more focused stories and the smaller stories. But if this were part of a bigger campaign where there's multiple leads going on, I'd be like, yeah. But for a one shot thing, then personal preference.
Mhm.
I'd rather just have a single focus. But yeah, I overall liked it. I definitely like pretending to be this guy here, who said I'm petting and you can't see,
Mhm.
because that's pretty much how I played him. Well, a combination of him and the other one, but
Yeah,
that was
I want to just echo that just for a second, and that's one of the things I like about Pugmire and Mao the most is like a little bit of a chance to embody some of the pets that we have in our lives,
Yeah.
which can be a lot of fun to kind of like, if I were them, what would I do in these situations?
I feel like I was the Corgi Basset in the pit bull's body.
I was definitely the pug. My pug is like I don't. So like, just as a side, like my pug, I make him excited for the bath, and he legit gets excited. He gets so excited that he's like pacing the bathtub, like, please let me in. And I'm like, all right, get in. He jumps in. He's like, I immediately regret this decision. And his birthday's tomorrow, and he will be 8 years old, and he still does it. Like,
Yes, yes.
he's he's not he's not the smartest. So playing a naive pug is not honest.
Awesome. Any other final thoughts or ideas for the future for either the one shots or for this game?
Looking forward to our series. I hope people will those who are able to catch this will check back, because I believe we're going to be running through a bunch of different systems and trying to keep up with new stuff and all that.
Yeah.
So
Our goal is to I don't know if I said this as effectively at the beginning of this, but we're going to try to do a different game and different system every time we do one of these. I don't know what we're going to do in late January, but I imagine it will be something that and my hope is that it's not something we've played a lot of. I've only run Pugmire a couple of times, so I really wanted to get a chance to do that. But it will be hopefully something cool, and maybe someone else will run it, but it might also be me running it as well, and we'll see what happens.
sure.
Totally open for suggestions, though.
Definitely. If anyone that sees this or listens to this later on wants to toss out an idea, we are happy to hear it, and we will play. I think a super game, like a superhero game, would be a lot of fun. But
Yeah,
Ooh.
for sure.
Okay.
A lot of good ones out there.
Awesome.
I would like to point out that I love playing RPG because I'm more of a role playing part. Like the mechanics, yeah, they're fun and all, but I'm more here for the role playing. So don't expect any mechanics out of me.
I also generally go for real like story focus, but when I'm running something like this, it's a little bit more like kind of tunnel vision story. It's a little bit easier to throw some like mechanical combat stuff in there just to make it kind of flow a little bit more.
All right, super.
Cool.
I'm available most days, so hit me up.
Woo. We will figure something out. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast officially, and then I'm just going to talk to my friends. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and thank you so much for listening and watching HLG Presents One Shots Realms of Pugmire.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys.